That's true.
Right.
I feel like it's the next like wave.
It'll be because of the block.
Second wave.
Viking, and then it goes to ninjas, and then it goes to zombies, and it repeats.
Yeah.
See, it's funny just because I was thinking exactly that it's Vikings that made it sort of happen. People, but
Sorry,
I suppose-
Jake.
Okay, well, we're on. Yeah, so there's our thoughts on
Oh, we
Vikings.
on? Shit.
Yeah, we're now on. We came in the middle of Vikings. That's fine. So who wants to do a recap of what happened last week when we played Dungeons and we played Dragons?
We fought some illithid dudes as we got into the thing, and then two big grubbly dudes came from what are they called, the astrals. Seemed to arrive, and we fought them too, and then one of them disappeared, and I think that's where we left it, wasn't it? Or did
The
we get rid
second
of
one
all-
disappeared as well, yeah.
That's right.
And we blocked off the door from downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And we were about to head upstairs.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about the size of things. So let me put it on map mode. Let's change these. These tunes are awfully peaceful.
So we're not gonna have a peaceful time then.
Let's get the.
Oh, I know.
So last week
Negotiate.
there had been a question. Mira, you'd want to know if your D8 was added to your cannon damage or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, it's not. It's only for your spells. I
Aw.
checked.
Lame.
But yeah, that's about where we got to last week. You had fought the mind flayers in the library, who were surprised to see you, and then you'd zapped the astrals outside after they just blew up the moon warden, and then there was a bit of a stooshy, bit of a stramash, and some people got hurt. Don't think anyone went unconscious. Did Mira go unconscious? Probably.
Hey.
And then yeah, you guys they had both zapped away. So let me get the map up and remember where everyone is and what they're doing. So share. So yeah, so Lida and Tarzan had been in the other room, and you had barred the door. Everyone else is in the room where the astrals just disappeared from. Loran kind of pushes herself to her feet, catches her breath after having nearly been thrown out the hole in the wall, and she kind of turns to everyone nearby. Why is that open? I don't want that open. She turns, she kind of walks forward and surveys the library that you guys are in and says, "You are stronger than I feared you might be. They will have retreated to their sanctum at the Citadel's top. It is 2 levels above this, but the staircase breaks on this floor. A pity we couldn't deal with them here. She kind of pauses for a minute. She says, their strength will be waxing as we speak. Still, it is a blessing that with the setting sun's rays upon my face and as one with the world around me are the 2 that remain. Immortal in my people's memory would have surely destroyed us." She kind of looks at the mind flayers, who are kind of, so they're still kind of alive. Some of them, they're like kind of like in the process of dying if they've not already died, in their pool of weird fish water blood. And she says, "We must move quickly. There will surely be more than the Caspirians on their way as we speak." And she kind of points at the mind flayers and says, "Theirs is the fate of your peoples, should we fail today." So Lida and Tarzan, you just barricaded the door, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So kind of as you were shoving this thing, like basically like you shove the workbench up against the door, and there's like a second or two where you kind of step back and you're like, yeah, that looks pretty good. and then there's like this big like thump on the door, like the door like shakes, but the barricade kind of holds it. You can hear noises from outside, people speaking in a language you don't understand. What are you guys doing?
What? I'm shouting everyone.
Let's go.
I'm
Hello.
gonna come here
We
and
can't
cast.
get through the doors.
We can't get through this door.
Oh, I have to pull you through the doors.
Yeah, as in
okay,
like
cast
we
it out for
can.
you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'd like to cast mass cure wounds as soon as possible.
Be lovely.
I would like to rally some more people to shove some more shit in front of the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna help blockade the door.
Yeah, I'll do that
Okay.
too.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'll everyone's getting 3d8 plus 5. Sorry, 1 sec.
That's right.
If we go to fight them upstairs, they're gonna have layer actions and stuff, probably, aren't they?
Yeah, I feel like yeah.
Anyone that doesn't have metal armor on is getting 17. Anyone that does have metal armor on is getting 22 hit points.
Is it metal armor or just wearing metal?
It has to be wet mental armor. They have to be, unless you're made of metal, it has to be like significant, like more than 50% of your body has to be covered in
James,
metal.
it won't let me up
Do I
my
fail?
put my hit points back on fantasy race.
Is Sargon wearing plate mail? Not actually, no.
I think he's wearing chainmail. Like he'll count.
Woo!
How much are you supposed to get back? Half and 17.
Yeah.
But you've only taken 9, so you're at full.
Jake, do I count as metal?
You count as metal.
You do have an arm and a leg.
You have an arm and a leg that are metal. Yeah, you can count as metal.
Yay! How
Cool.
much was it again, Patrick?
22 for you.
I'm gonna write that down. I might revise that later.
What are you,
but-
Emma?
How much was the other number?
17.
17.
So you get a +5 for metal armor.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
And fantasy grounds does hit points weird.
do we take that away from our wounds, do we?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
So, take that.
I have 1 damage left.
I could maybe.
It's not worth it for 1.
Just rub his belly. That'll get his 1 damage back. Who's got your belly?
Not without prior approval, please.
Yeah, so you guys are. Otherwise, there's this another big like slam on the door. You hear more voices from outside. Anyone that's just come into the room, you can see this room is suffused with this green light from these workbenches on the kind of propped up against the sides of the walls, where there are bubbling liquids. Most of them glowing this kind of green color. One of the workbenches has been kind of shoved up against the door by Tarzan and Luda. And you can hear voices on the other side. It sounds like more than like 3. You pick out at least 3 different distinct voices on the other side. But they're all talking in a language you don't understand. It's like yelling.
We're barricading the door up more, like
Sure.
putting more shit in front of it.
Okay.
Just like anything we can find, basically.
All right. So everyone that is barricading the door, give us an athletics check, please.
I can help. I'd like to move back to where I am.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
24.
I'm not good at this. Oh! But I rolled a 19. So by an 18.
Okay.
I get 3.
Okay.
It's a natural 1 too.
So is everyone's in there, are they?
A natural 1 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you guys start, there's not a huge amount of furniture in this room. It's mostly these workbenches. But, you prop them up as you push them up again. Lads.
Who's making Loran big?
That wasn't on purpose.
You move them up against this door. You can still hear this, like, quaking sound as stuff is, like, slammed into it. And the door itself starts to, like, splinter in places. but it doesn't seem to be, like every strike, it kind of reverberates through the obstructions you placed in front of them, but doesn't actually like shift anything. And Naran says, she kind of points to the south, sort of, and says, the stairway to the next level is through there, but it is difficult to gain access to.
How so?
The upper levels were they were the purview of the astrals and those they trusted to attend them. The door is sealed. I can unseal it, but it will take some time. You will need to protect me.
We can do that.
Okay. Let's go see what's in this room.
Sure.
Oh, there's a door there?
There's a door there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Sure. So in this room, Mr. Sargon, you can see the kind of southeastern wall there. This big window that looks out onto the moon. Outside, you can see, looks over the forest and stuff like that. And, looks all very pretty. That's where most of the light in here is coming from. Is through that glass window. On the other walls, there are these like cages, in which you can see they're quite nice cages. They're like they're not really like cages you'd keep a prisoner in or anything like that. They're like big ornate like bird cages almost. And inside there are various different animals that look similar to animals that you've seen before, but are also not like animals you've seen before.
Are they like hybrids between animals?
They give us a perception check.
How long would I have to study them before I could turn into one?
Well, they're all dead.
Oh,
So
that's what my 10 got me. They're dead.
well, they're all dead, and you can see like they're clearly based in. You can see they're rooted in other animals. Like there's one that looks like a snake. There's one that looks like a bird and stuff like that. But they are kind of they look very much like they were made. Like the snake, for example. Like they look quite beautiful actually. Just in a way that is really unusual but not unpleasant to look at. Like the snake has, all its scales are these really ornate shape, like lots of curls and twists, and like the actual pattern of the scales on its skin kind of form this image of two golden snakes wrapped around each other that kind of continues around its body, but it's like built into its scales. You can see there's a bird in the corner, which is perished, but its wings are outstretched, and you can see that kind of on the wings it looks like its feathers are colored in such a way to look as if like it's a painting when it has its wings stretched out and stuff like that. Everything else is either kind of, you can see like something that looks kind of like a badger, except it's got like too many eyes to be a badger, but not like in a weird way, just like in a kind of a nice way. Like you're like, oh, it's quite a cool badger. It's not really a badger, but it's like there's various kind of animals like that, and similarly, kind of on that southern wall, on the opposite side of the window from where you are, you can see there's like the various like wild plants, wild as in unusual looking, like these big like leafy fronds, except their leaves are blue, and stuff like that. And then you can see on the western wall there is this doorway. It's made of the same white stone, and it has this kind of ornate golden pattern on it. And there's a door to the southwest as well.
Right. I'll call Loran through.
Sure.
Because I guess this is the seal.
It looks. I mean, it's been a weird day for Sargon. You've never seen really anything like this before. But you're like, if it, it looks way more like a sealed door than the other one does. So, what are the rest of you guys doing? Sorry.
I'd like to go back to the opening quickly, and just peek my head out and see what happens when I call lightning on the building, like on the roof. Does it damage the building?
Oh, so you're going back into the library and
Back
calling,
into the library.
Yeah. Okay, so you head back through. And you intone. You summon the aid of Altheus, and there's this bolt of lightning that slams into the side of the building and just kind of crackles down the walls. Like doesn't seem to have any significant effect.
Doesn't actually seem to even burn the stone.
I mean, it scorches the stone, but you're pretty au fait with stone. You can tell that it's just like surface level scorching.
I'm gonna try and just keep casting, whenever I have a chance, just keep casting lightning on what I think is a singular point above me.
Okay.
Kind of just if I were to try and picture the center of the roof or something, and just keep trying to do that.
Okay.
That'd be my passive thing, but
Sure.
I'll just be back at the door.
Yeah, so the rest of you can hear these kind of thunderous thunder cracks. Because all thunder cracks are thunderous, really. You can hear these thunderclaps at kind of fairly regular intervals around the building. Sargon, you were calling the Rannon, and then I think you were going to say something else, and then I interrupted you.
No, I was just going to ask the man about the wildlife. Wildlife.
She says, what does she say? She says, the astrals were talented creators. They made my people. Perhaps yours as well. And she kind of crosses over to the door and says, I will need a few moments.
Alright. I'll just stand guard over her, I guess. Keeping
Sure.
my eye on the
Alright.
southwest door.
How long do you think it's going to take?
It is difficult to say. It's been some time since I've passed this threshold. A few moments,
Are
a few
we
minutes.
talking 10 minutes or an hour or more hours?
No, it soon.
Okay. That's fine.
So, these, people in the other room, the barricade room, these smacks are getting progressively heavier, and they're starting to deal some damage. There's a bit of the door that splintered through, and you can see kind of through it. You can see these. You make eye contact, kind of, with one of these red-skinned guys. They've got a blindfold on, kind of where you would expect eyes to be. There's this kind of black light that glows behind the blindfold, and they have red skin. Their face is kind of similarly constructed to Loran's. They've got the same kind of wide mouth, sharp teeth thing going on. And, there's this, they break this section of the door open enough for you to make eye contact with them, and then one of them, the one you see, says something again in this language that you don't understand, and then there's going to be, there's more strikes start coming in on the door and in the masonry surrounding it. So if you are continuing to try and barricade the door and stop them from getting in, it's going to be a skill challenge.
Ooh.
Unless you guys want to do something else, unless you're what, fuck it, and let's just let them do their thing. We'll not get involved in that.
I suppose anyone has a cluster grenade.
Me.
Well, actually.
If we all hide in the sort of the bit that we're in just now on the map, and then somebody gets ready to open the door, and somebody else that has a gusty windy typey spell, if they run in, they'll run straight in full tilt, and then we could blow them out the hole in the wall.
Very Scooby-Doo, I like it.
I was also thinking,
Wily
I went
Coyote.
out into that corridor, Jake. How high up was the railing?
The railing, it was kind of standard. Well, not halfling standard. It's about where you'd expect a dragonborn would put their railings, kind of pectoral height on a human, 4 or 5 feet.
And were those blindfolded people pretty tall?
They're kind of tall and gangly, yeah.
Okay. So I think then we could try just open the door and then I could just cast that fucking gust of wind spell and throw them back 15 feet.
It'd be funny anyway.
Hope they fall down the center of the stairs. But we don't know how many there is, so.
Yeah. There could be more lining the staircase.
Yeah.
So are you guys trying to deny them entry? Is that what's going on?
I guess we do that, and if it doesn't work, we push them down the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
What stuff is there in this room to barricade the door with?
Most of it is now it's pretty much just workbenches, and most of them have now been put in front of the door.
We could try bringing the bookcases through from the other room.
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Are there any?
Is there rubble from the broken wall, Jake? Do those stones look heavy?
Yeah. They're not in this room, but yeah, in the other room there are big chunks of masonry, appropriate for blocking things off and things like that. Definitely.
Sure. I'm going to start hauling stuff.
Current
Right.
issue is they're breaking the door, so we need to block off the doorway.
Is it just tables in front of the door?
Raffen, are you able to do that? Remember when you repaired my mask temporarily with a vine thing?
Yeah, there needs to be. That's what I was going to ask Jake. If there's plants, there needs to be some plant material in the room somewhere.
There's no plants in this room. There's plants in the other room. Plants in the room Sargon's in right now with Loran. No plants.
Bring the plants through. Are they potted?
Yeah, they're potted. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that. And I can cast. What do you call it? I forget. I'll have a look.
Tangle? Is that such a thing?
Entangled. That's it. Entangled. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So this is a DC 15 skill challenge. You need 4 successes before you have 3 failures. If you win, you gags that Loran will be able to unseal the door before these other guys bust in. Otherwise, if you lose, then they're probably going to bust in. It's probably going to be a fight. That's what's at stake. So we'll just go with the same initiative order for now. So Rurik, how are you trying to help these proceedings?
I would like to go and get a bunch of cobble and bricks and kind of get as much as I can, pretty precariously carrying it through, and just pretty much just pretty much just dump it in front of the door where I think they'll be most effective.
Sure. Okay. Give us a athletics check then.
Okay.
Or you can do a stone cunning one if you prefer. Kind of depends which you're trying to emphasize. If it's strategic stone versus just massive stone.
Well, I mean, strategic stone. I mean, stone cunning is a history check.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, you could use history in that context.
Sure. Okay.
If you want. You don't have to.
History is intelligence, isn't it? I think I get double proficiency in it though, so it'd be +8. So let's try this. Oh!
Aha!
Nice.
Hey.
Okay, well that's 2 successes. So, Rurik dashes through to the other, throws the door open, goes in and bundle, picks up actually quite an obscene quantity of stone for such a small dwarf, and dashes back in, and he's sizing up the door. He shoves a bit of stone in the gap of wood that you were able to, the little window out to the outside. He clogs that up and then stacks these other really really nicely actually for the they're wow, they're really stable. There's very little light gets through around, and you can hear. You don't speak the language, but it sounds like they're swearing on the other side of the door. Tarzan, what skill would you like to use to try and help these proceedings?
I would like to use athletics to try and reinforce the barricades that are currently still up.
Sure, okay, go for it. 15 is what you need. So Tarzan, he kind of, there's been a bit of movement with all this battering on the door, and he kind of rejigs some stuff and pulls stuff and finds the triangle points where he can, and he shifts some stuff, he rearranges things, and there's now when they're slamming on this door, there's still bits of wood are still like splintering off with every strike. You can see occasionally like a staff pokes through the door, but it doesn't move as much as it did before. Muir, for potentially the win. What skill are you using?
Can I use investigation to try and see what the optimal angles are for propping stuff up against the wall or something? I don't
Sure,
know.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, go for it.
Oh. 20!
Whoa.
You're really good at barricading stuff.
Okay.
This is a thing.
So, yeah, okay. So you guys are Tarzan pulls some stuff in, and Muir's like, yeah, that's good. But if we move this, and she just kind of taps it with a finger, and then there's like it just slides slightly to the right, and then the next time there's a slam on the door, there like you hear like the sound of like the door kind of goes between, and you hear someone like the smack of like a staff on flesh, and someone like swearing on the other side of the door. And in the room with Loran and Sargon, she's interacting with this door. She's there's like this kind of hexagonal sort of lattice of golden dots, and she's like touching her fingers on them and rearranging them and stuff, and making them into new shapes. And then the door kind of she rotates her hands, and the door kind of zoomps and slides upwards. And she kind of calls it. She says, "Hey, we can proceed." You can see it kind of. There's a staircase leading up, but it's kind of like it's kind of a tunneled staircase. Like you can see that there's actual like walls and a ceiling around it, and it spirals up further up the tower.
I didn't even think that if it didn't have that would have been a problem.
What's your guys' plan?
Can I ask Loran, does this door seal behind us?
Possibly. I do not know anymore.
Why don't we just destroy the stairs?
Does that take a lot of time?
Muir, how fast can you build something that goes boom?
Pretty fast. Why? What you need? What for? What are we blowing up?
The stairs behind us.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, can do.
Like, as soon as we deal with the fuckers upstairs, these guys aren't gonna want to deal with us anyway.
Also that. And if I don't say so myself, this whole angle right here, really holding the door in.
That barricade was immaculate, to be honest.
Pretty good barricade.
Perfect.
I'm just concerned if we get flanked whilst we're fighting their bosses. Either way, let's move.
Oh, I mean, I can put a trap on it, but it'll use up my spells.
Don't worry about that then.
In the barricade room, you can see they've now moved away from the door. They're now just you can just hear thuds against the wall, like to the side of the door, and kind of every now and then a little bit of dust falls, and they're still shouting and
They're trying to get from
Fashion.
the wall?
I feel like they'll
Seems
have
like it.
better luck with stone than a barricaded door.
You know the tunneled staircase you're talking about, Jake?
Yeah.
Is it like closed tunnel, or is it like windows supported by arches? or something?
It's fully closed. It's like it's dark actually.
Okay.
There's there's kind of glass panels at regular intervals along the ceiling, but they're quite small. They're like maybe that big. Like you could fit a person through them, right? Just enough to let a bit of ambient light in.
Sure. Okay.
Let's just go.
Yeah, let's go.
Sure. Okay, so you guys follow the staircase around. There's a door that branches off at one point to another level, but the staircase does continue up. further. What do you guys want to do?
All the way to the top?
Yeah,
All the way to the top.
top.
That's where they are.
Alright.
If the longer we leave them, the more they can.
down once we're done.
Exactly.
Alright. Do we want anything before we join this fight? Is there anything we can do right now?
Quick question: did Lorang get the healing from the mass cure wounds?
I can affect 6 people. How many are in our party?
More than 6.
More than that.
Seven,
There's 8 of you
of
now,
us
right?
Without Lorang. Yeah.
Wasn't there someone who had like 1 HP that they didn't?
That was me after your healing.
Okay.
It's fine. Fuck Lorang.
I can just cure. Oh fuck! I don't have many spell slots left.
She's got healing herself. She could have healed herself.
Yeah, she'll be good.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay, are you just going in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Charge!
Alright, let me change to the
That
big
did
change.
not sound like a confident. Okay.
As soon as we get in, I'd like to
What else
see
are we
if my
supposed to do?
lightning.
That's why we're here.
I
Right.
feel like our best option at this point is just to rush it before they get too healed
Yeah,
up.
otherwise they're gonna heal up as well.
We have had much worse plans. So,
And whenever we stop to discuss things, it always
Takes
just ends
forever.
up being let's
Yeah.
fucking charge in anyway. So
it takes half an hour.
Your
Yeah.
general
Yeah.
strategy is get him.
Linda, you have the emergency escape, right? You have like things.
we're on the moon.
Do you have anything like a plane shift, an emergency key?
I don't
or
have plane shift. That's not my wheelhouse. I'm not leveled up.
This is
enough
an
for that
all or
shit.
nothing plan. Ruak, here we
Okay.
go.
Okay, sure,
I
I
have
thought-
the one with the dodgy plane shift.
cool.
Hence the
Right.
word dodgy.
Yeah, I did get lost for a few days. One time.
And then
It's
was
fine.
horribly sick and are now connected to someone who almost killed you over Uno.
It sounds bad when you say it like that.
That's a good point, yeah.
Somebody really killed you over Uno.
Wherever Naren and Zargar are, Naren, you can notice that Zargar's going like, ow, I'm trying to eat something. It's my heart's sore. I don't know why.
Now he's probably just blaming all the seafood he's eating. He's fucking hoffing it down. Needs to cool it.
Okay, so what order are you ascending these stairs in?
Last, in case I have to blow up.
Okay.
In the middle.
First, I guess.
Middle.
Alright, Sargon's going first to me. Okay.
Oh, fuck. I knew I shouldn't have said that.
Read that map. Read this map.
But I do have... Do I have the biggest armor class here?
You or Ward, I would think.
Ward is very hurt, so...
Right. Okay.
Jake.
Yes.
The moment we get through the door, I'd like to look up. If I've done any damage to the roof, then yes, I'd like to know.
Okay, let me drag you guys all onto the map. So, right, I need Tarzan.
There's trees and shit here.
Got Lydia. I need Ward. And I need Raffin. And I need
Jeez.
So, kind of arrange yourselves in roughly the order you wish to have been ascending the stairs in. You're kind of still on the stairs, some of you, because sort of single file up here. But Sargon, you enter into this, the top level of the Citadel. You can see both the astrals are they kneeling? Are they floating? They're probably floating. They're kind of floating in the air. Like directly ahead of you, you can see this large, like, kind of plinth. I want to say it's like a bird bath, but you kind of know what you know what I mean? Like a font. There's like a font, right?
Yeah, okay.
I like that better.
And there is, kind of hovering above the font. There is this large orb of black energy that is kind of it's oozing down into like the the dish underneath it, and the two astrals are they're floating. They're kind of like reposed. There's this kind of tendrils of energy are floating into them from this orb, Kind of as you look at the orb, you can hear it like whispering in your mind. Like you feel kind of compelled, slightly. You feel a little bit compelled to like go and like go touch the orb. Wonder what it tastes. Yeah, taste the orb, you know, just a little bit. You can also see kind of around you, there are these dead, withered trees. In the center of the room, there is a very large tree. It's like 60 feet tall. So like this is a tall ass room, right? Which kind of lines up with like when you're like go deposit like 2/3 of the way up, and you're like when Naren's like there's only 2 floors, you're like those. But you can see like most of that extra length is this last top floor, and most of that is because there's this giant fucking tree in the center of the room. It's a big oak tree. It's like the other ones don't have any leaves. It still has leaves. They're not like super vibrant. Like it's like kind of like a tree that's like approaching autumn, like very late summer. You know, some of the leaves are starting to go yellow around the edges. And the 2 astrals kind of turn around, and they're they've got this kind of glow around them as they're absorbing this energy. And they say,
"Persistent. Very well, we shall crush you all the same."
And then
Did a great job with it last time.
Slam talk just
Maybe.
coming from down the staircase.
They still look like pretty damaged.
they look not quite as damaged as before, but they still look like not like they didn't just like phase 2 all the way back to full health or anything. Like they're still like they're stronger than they were before. But you guys got here like pretty fast, so they're not like super like fully revitalized. I guess we'll just go for the top of the round, will we? We'll go from Sargon, and then go. So we'll start with Sargon, kind of towards the end of the round. So Sargon is your first, seeing as you're first.
Cool. I'm going to move along to create room for people to move in and just start stabbing.
Okay. Sure, go for it.
Shout. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, I've got a strategy.
That's all I've got.
Query.
Nice.
I can turn into 1 elemental or 2 bears. What do you reckon, folks?
1 elemental.
I would think so, but 2 bears is slightly more hit point. But I think 1 elemental. I think I'll go air just in case we do have a chance to blow them out the window.
Okay, so Sargon, you dash up the stairs and enter into the room. These are the names that Loran provided you on the battle map, just so that I can make sense of them partially, but she did also give you their names. Sargon, you dash over to like the male one, and you get your spear out, and you thrust one, so he kind of bats it away, and then you thrust again, and he moves to kind of bat it away, but actually like sort of catches the spearhead, and you kind of withdraw your spear, and you've got like this there's this trickle of golden blood lacing the spearhead. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's always going good.
Okay. Raffen, it's your turn.
I have a question. Can I summon an invisible stalker under Conjure Elementals at level 6? Does that mean like I use a level 6 spell slot and then?
If it like do.
We have 1 level 6 spell slot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the stats for it, so I'm just wondering how different it is to like level 5.
Let me see. I'm not super familiar with it.
I think I can summon 2 air elementals but it looks like it maybe only one invisible stalker. But maybe I can get through with it.
Okay, the invisible stalker has an armor class 14, has 104 hit points. It is invisible, and it makes 2 slam attacks for an average of 20 damage a round.
I think we'll go for one of them. So I
Okay.
want to summon an invisible stalker and turn into an air elemental in my turn.
Okay, right. So, hang on. Have I got invisible stalker 0? I do. That's exciting. So this one is a friendly invisible stalker.
Yeah.
Right over here. Yeah, not that any of you guys can see this. Even Raffin
Doesn't
can't
actually
actually
hit
see
me,
it.
just looks him up on Facebook and like checks out what he's been doing.
Raffin, you're turning into an air elemental, right?
That's right.
Whoop.
I take it I can't turn into an invisible stalker. That would be
I don't think so. I think it has to be just a standard ass elemental. Okay, anything else on your turn, Raffin?
That's all I can do.
Okay, then is there legendary turns?
They got legendary turns. That's just. I don't know.
So what's this guy gonna do? Sargon, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Here goes your friend Sargon.
We all just back down the stairs. It's like, well, sorry, it's gone.
Oh, that's not good.
Plus 6. Can I have it?
15?
The morphology is so interesting, isn't it, Setting Sun?
And he kind of like extends an arm towards you, and he kind of clenches his fingers. And Sargon, you can begin to feel like your actual arms, like you can feel your flesh like changing, and like it like makes like this kind of disgusting noise, and like your fingers like move themselves around in your arm, like you grow extra like joints and stuff that you weren't expecting to have. And your knee fuses in one leg, and your other knee you get a second knee. Now you've got 2 knees on one leg, and one leg is just straight. So you don't take any damage.
You're just fucked up for life.
Well, so you are going to have disadvantage on all attack rolls that you make for now on. You get to repeat the saving throw at the end of your next turn, though. And something might happen, something might not happen. Either way, actually, something happens, but, that's her. That's him, sorry. What's the other one going to do? She's probably Raffin. So Raffin enters the room and summons this elemental, and himself kind of takes the shape of this kind of tornado with arms. Raffin, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
An intelligence.
Intelligence.
2 seconds. I got 24.
24, okay. So,
I'm snorky. Scooby. Oh, that's not good. 40! 40!
it's supposed to be half. Hang on. I thought it was going to half it. It didn't half it. Where's Raffin? So you take 20.
You're gonna get stalled.
So, the woman, she kind of points towards Raffin, and she kind of places 2, assortment of fingers on the side of her mask. And Raffin, you kind of feel like this stream of consciousness in your brain of all of these like awful, like monstrous entities. You kind of get like a huge kind of memory dump, basically, in the space of like a few seconds of like a whole war against these like crazy eldritch monsters, and you can kind of like your mind is overwhelmed by the sheer like quantity of it. But you manage to kind of there's a moment where you kind of feel like sort of afraid, but you're able to kind of push through, and you kind of come on the other side, just a little bit like battered, but not like twitchy.
It's mental toughness. That's what it is.
Yeah, basically. So that's them, and then it's
How much
Loran.
damage was it? 20 damage?
20. I've started it for you.
But that's on my craft and not my elemental.
Okay. Well, how many hit points does your elemental got?
My elemental has. Let me just check. 90.
90. Okay. Well, if you just put them in the temporary box.
Cool. I was just like
And then
keeping a note on the paper, but I'll do that.
Okay. I've put them in the temporary box now, so it's in the sword. So you got your elemental hit points. I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw for your stalker, though. You need a 10. Yeah.
Or is this for concentration?
Yeah, to keep a hold of them.
Oh no, 8!
Uh-oh. So, just as quickly as he was invisibly here, he invisibly goes.
Oh no.
Nobody noticed.
Yeah, you guys kind of feel like a breeze on the back of your necks, but nothing else. Then it's the Ran. She is probably going to heal herself. Yes.
I just realized with the mass healing master wounds, it's basically everyone in the party because it's just all creatures within range.
Okay.
I'm wrong. I just read it again. Sorry.
Okay.
How am I doing?
Final call.
Final call.
Okay. Well, she's kind of stuck at the back, so she's gonna heal herself. Yeah. For 98. Going Loran. And then Rurek, it's your turn.
Okay. And I look up. Is there any damage to the roof?
So there's a glass ceiling on the roof. It's quite thick glass, it looks like, but there are cracks forming in it. From the storm you can see swirling above.
Okay, I'm gonna drop concentration on the call lightning, and I will cast.
If it's a glass roof, surely you could shatter that.
I mean, yeah, but like,
Get your hammer at it.
do I go for healing or do I go for damage?
Well, if you drop that spell, that's your 6th level damagey spell gone.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, no. I'll call lightning down on the crack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Give us a. You can see it better now, so give us a religion with your wisdom.
Cool. Hey, and that's 20 again.
Okay.
Cool.
So Rurak kind of holds his hammer up. He kind of points it towards this crack in the ceiling, and he kind of pulls his hammer down. And if he's like grabbing this bolt of lightning from the clouds, and you guys hear this deafening crash. There's this kind of impact on the ceiling, and then from 60 feet above you, there starts to rain all this like shards of glass. As this bolt of lightning shatters the ceiling. Anything else on your turn, Rick?
That was a call lightning, which was just which is like, not really a spell, it's just like...
That's just a thing? Sure.
I have a bonus action... I think healing word's a bonus action, isn't it? Yeah.
I think so.
There's not much I can do with it, though. Nah, I'll be over here in the corner.
Okay.
Safely.
Yes. So does the font go? So the font is going to roll a d8. For 1 or 2, it's Raffen. For a 3, it's Rek. For a 4, it's Lida. For a 5, it's Muir. 6 is Sargon. 7 is Tarzan, and 8 is Ward. 4. Who's 4? Lida. Lida, can you make for me a wisdom saving throw, please? You need an 18.
Saves is on the other side.
Oh no.
No. Kinda, but no.
Is anyone messing?
I would if I could.
Okay. So, Lydia, how far can you move?
I can move 25 feet.
1, 2, 3. You're there. What did you get? 12.
Don't put your head in the phone.
I don't
Okay.
want to.
So, Lydia, you kind of, almost against your will, like as if your body has been taken captive, you start kind of sort of swiftly walking up the stairs. You kind of fixate on this font of black energy in front of you, and you kind of walk towards it. Can you now give me a Constitution saving throw, having arrived at the font?
It's never good when they give you multiple chances.
24. Okay.
This is maybe what we should have saved the syringe for.
Back.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna take half of this. So you take
Back.
20. Yeah, you take 24 necrotic damage just from kind of like you feel like this palpable, like there's this kind of there's this sort of feeling in your bones and kind of this sort of like almost like a smell in your brain when Rhett casts healing magic on you, and you're now like you never really noticed it until you're now standing in front of the thing that smells and feels the exact opposite of when Rhett does his healing magic, and just kind of through raw exposure to it, you take 24 damage. Like you feel yourself almost like kind of like the rest of you watch as Lydia kind of walks up to this font and it's a bit tall for her, but she kind of clambers up and levers and like kind of dips her hand in as if she's about to kind of like drink from this font, but then kind of like snaps herself back out of it.
Youch.
Have you applied that damage, or do you need me to do it?
I have applied the damage.
Okay. Tarzan, it's your turn.
Moving here.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot this one.
Okay.
First attack hits.
Very nice.
For that much damage. Second attack. Misses. Is the other dude now flanked?
Yes. Yeah, I guess so.
Marvelous. I can make another attack within 5 feet of my target. Which, does this dude count as within 5 feet of the other dude?
Yeah. Sure.
That one hits for that much damage.
Okay. Legal budgies arrived.
That's me.
Hello.
Right. Someone
Actually,
fill Finn in while I fix the stream.
Finn, remember your...
Barricaded the door. And you're muted.
I know, sorry, we're just booting up fancy grounds.
We're getting our arses handed to us a little bit.
I can tell.
I have two knees on the same leg.
Damage.
Okay, so Tarzan kind of rapid fires 2 arrows off at the male astral, who is kind of still sort of like has his hand outstretched, kind of. Guys can all see like Sargon's bones are like they're moving in unnatural directions, and kind of reshape. Like one of his arms kind of temporarily grows twice as long and then shrinks back to like a third as long, and then it's kind of like he's very very variable is Sargon right now, in terms of kind of bodily definition. But Tarzan fires off 2 arrows at this one. One of them sinks in, and the second one he kind of brings his head around and kind of throws the other arrow to the side, while he's fiddling with Sargon, and then Tarzan fires off a second one towards the lady, and it kind of nicks past like kind of along the collarbone. Tarzan, you can see there's kind of like a little spurt of kind of golden blood. Anything else on your turn, sir?
New.
No. Muir, it's you.
Right. So Does the well birdbath thing look like it would be? Could it be dispel magic?
It's definitely magical. It's definitely like super magical. And dispel magic isn't always. It's good for like small. Like it's kind of difficult to know if it's gonna be like how big a dose of magic it can deal with.
Sounds like a no.
It seems unlikely you'd be able to dispel magic the whole thing. Like if you took like a sample of it or something, depending on what you're wanting to do, like you might be able to get like a small amount of the liquid and then dispel magic on that later. That might be doable. The whole font itself might be a little more difficult.
Right. Well, it's Plan B then. Can I get my little spider dude to jump in it and explode?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Right there. You trying to get Leda to join the Metal Arm Club?
How close that is to myself, but okay.
You're right next to the two ginormous dudes. I think you're a bit fucked either way. You'll be fine.
Saw you were in danger, so I got you some more danger to go with your danger. How much damage does your thing do when it explodes?
I'm just looking at that right now. Actually, it doesn't do that much. Actually, I'm not sure if it's worth it anyway. Sorry, my whole plan fell apart here.
That's right.
Are they wearing any metal either?
Yeah. They're wearing mostly these long, kind of flowing robes, but they've got kind of like a collary bit that looks like it's made of gold, or something, a golden metal.
Would like to cast heat metal on one of them. The setting the sun's rays pop a face one.
Sure.
So just there. So it's 4d8 fire damage. And they must succeed in a constitution saving throw or drop the object. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Right.
Next turn.
Okay. So they need to make a constitution save with it right now, is that right?
Yeah.
17 for her.
And it's not good enough.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, it is good enough. Let me score that one up.
This spell's always confused me. Does it have to keep doing that?
Read the bit you're confused about.
So because I think it's still just on fire until they drop it. I don't think that's the thing. I think that just stops them having disadvantage on their attack rolls and stuff.
Okay, but read it to me.
Okay, so choose a manufactured metal object, blah blah blah. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes blah 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 fire damage when you cast the spell. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage again. So I think. So
Yeah, that sounds like it keeps going.
Alright, so I think they still take the fire damage then. At 26, 60 damage.
Okay, but I'm assuming that's half.
No, that's only just to stop them. I think it's only to stop them having disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Spells always
yeah. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the only way they can stop taking damage is to drop it.
Yeah, that looks like it. Okay.
And then my little eldritch cannon dude, gonna be doing the same one in the face.
Okay.
That's 20. . 20 And then 3d8. 14 damage and they get blast back.
Okay, hang on. Where's that all coming from? Oh, that's your attack roll. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I thought you meant. I didn't see it was a d20 at first. Okay, so 14 damage to her. Okay, a thing happens.
Well, when's my turn happening?
She's pretty hurt.
I was gonna try and run over and try and grab you away from it, but I can't run that fast.
Okay, she kind of goes like. But like probably like louder than that. I wasn't sure how much I can get away with. And so she's gonna untarget Hafen. She's gonna target Muir because Muir just tried to fuck her up. And she gets to make how many attacks? I say 2 attacks. Okay, that's not so bad. She's gonna. Yeah. Okay, so it's a 30 and a 19. Do those both hit? 4.
Would you believe me if I said no?
I'd ask you to show you're working. So, oh, okay.
Dying.
Is she gonna? So Mir goes down in the first one. No, she probably doesn't actually follow through on the first one.
Oh, go on.
She's gonna. Oh, Lyda's right there. She's gonna punch Lyda.
This isn't even her turn yet, is
I
it?
hate this bitch.
Nope. So yeah, so her collar starts glowing this like red hot color, and she kind of, but kind of you can only see like the top of her face, the bottom of her face, and it kind of you watch it like she grimaces and kind of shouts, and she hurls this golden blast through the air that slams into Muir, kind of like knocks Muir back down the stairs, and then she kind of turns and like just slaps Lyda, like kind of cuffs her around the side of the head. Anything else on you're unconscious now, aren't you?
Can I do a sick roll down the stairs?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, give us an acrobatic check while I do their turns. Okay, so this guy.
Damn, that's a sick roll.
Nice. Yeah, so Muir goes flying, but she does it like quite like it looks pretty cool. So he's gonna. There's not really a good way of showing height in Fantasy Grounds. Can I?
There's a lot of noise going outside. Hold on a minute.
That's really annoying, actually. I've never really come into this. Never had to come upon this issue before.
They're flying up.
Yeah, they're gonna fly up.
I hate
As long as you just say like high up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
But, I mean, that one's gonna fly 30 feet in the air. And he's gonna
30 feet.
target Sargon. And he's going to.
If they move out your range, Sargon, you get an attack of opportunity.
It's true.
That's true. Can
So he's going very.
I use that?
Yeah, good for you.
It does have weird arms at the minute.
I do
Yeah, you have disadvantage.
So it'll be amazing if this hits. Yeah, no, that's not.
Okay. So Sargon, you kind of stab upwards, but then as you are reaching the apex of your stab, your arm goes like jelly, and kind of your spear collapses, and then your arm kind of rejigs itself and feels kind of like your fingers are temporarily fused into a tentacle. So he's gonna. So he did what? I did the wrong one. Anyways, okay. So you got a 24 against Sargon, and he's gonna make another blast. So 2 hits, for cha. 28. And 29. So Tarzan. That's his turn. And then this lady is, she's pretty mad. She did just slap Lydia. Mira's unconscious. She's going to fly in the air as well. So she's also going to be 30 feet in the air. I'm just going to write this down. She's going to try to blast Lydia.
Well, I haven't even done anything. No.
Okay, Lydia goes down. She's gonna. Rurak's over there. Rurak just shattered the ceiling.
Corner attack worked pretty well up until now. Partially absorbed.
I had the temper hit points, I think.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so Lydia goes. So you guys watch as they both kind of fly in the air. They deliver some blasts, and the woman delivers one to Lydia, and it strikes Lydia, and she collapses into the font. And then she throws another one at Rurik. Lydia, it's your turn. I need a death save.
Okay, a death save. I'm guessing that last thing wasn't a spell that I could have counterspelled.
No, it's just an attack.
Oh, that was nearly 4.
Okay. Okay, Ward, it's you. You don't really know what's going on here, so you can take a minute to absorb the battlefield.
Okay.
Absorb that we're losing. Bad luck.
Both the bad guys are 30 feet in the air.
I've got the party sheet open, so
Okay.
I can see everyone's health.
Lydia,
Even I'm looking pretty rough. They're in the air.
They're in the air right now, yeah.
How high did you say? 30 feet?
30 feet in the air.
So I can't possibly reach them.
Not so much.
Even if I was extending my arm, it would still only be about like 12 foot. Don't know what I can really do. Can I try and throw my sword?
You can, yeah. Obviously you wouldn't have a sword after that, but
Can I not
it might.
back up?
Well, you can, yeah. Kind of depends where it lands and stuff, but yeah, you can throw for it if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna run, get out here, and throw my sword when I get to here.
Okay.
At this dude who is attacking Sargon.
Okay, go for it.
What role is this?
So give us
there's a thing for it on the sheet.
Yeah, normally you can't throw long
Is
swords.
there a range button for a sword?
Okay. Yeah.
So Ward's a big guy, so he can
I feel like he could throw it.
I think it's probably reasonable that he could throw a sword. It just might not do as much. Yeah, making it.
Actually, what you think it is.
Make a what? Sorry.
Actually, with a thrown weapon, you just do it. Just make an attack roll as if you were using your melee sword.
Okay. I take it I don't get 2 attacks because I'm throwing it.
You do get 2 attacks. You just don't have a sword after the first one.
That's not going to do much. Second attack, I don't know what it is, but it's something. It's probably just like an air punch.
Critical air punch. Okay, so Ward, dashes forward and he kind of weaks his sword up and lobs it, and it sails through the air, and the guy just kind of sort of like zooms it, and it kind of falls to the ground, and Ward just like
critically.
Yeah, and he kind of like you get a reaction at the guy, kind of That's kind of the extent of what happens there. Anything else on your turn, Ward?
Can I try and intimidate him?
I mean, you can try, yeah.
Like after I throw the swords?
Sure. Sargon, it's your turn.
Do I need
Is
to
everyone
save at the
wailing on
beginning
the
or
button
end
so
of
far?
my turn?
The save is at the end of your turn.
Shite. I'm going to use my bonus action to use Second Wind.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, that could have gone better.
10 health, 10 health, 10 health, mate.
That's true. 30 feet in the air. My limbs are jelly. I guess I'm going to... Can I move?
You can. I initially said it was just disadvantage. You probably just have half speed.
That's fine. I'm just gonna go behind this tree.
Sure. Okay, Sargon, limbs over there. Anything else on your turn?
Just the save.
Okay, go for it. Is a Constitution saving throw? You did an 18.
Yeah.
Patrick, when you did mass cure wounds or whatever it was earlier, did you do that on Ward?
If it was, I had 6 people I could do it on. So
Because you said screw Loran, so that would have been including Ward then. I'm just wondering if Ward applied that because
I didn't apply anything to Ward, so
Sorry,
but
what
Ward is 7.
is ward number 7.
well,
yeah.
does it include yourself?
Includes myself.
So yeah.
So it's 5 other people.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
never
so
mind.
it's probably not worth it.
You said it was a con save, sorry.
it is a con save. You did an 18.
Come on. Oh, yes!
Okay, good job, Sargon. Your limbs go back to normal. They are not permanently malformed or monkeyed with. So your disadvantage goes away.
Oh, it was so close to being a 4.
Okay, Raffin, it's your turn.
Which one looks like it's most wailed on?
They both look almost exactly the same level of wailed on, to be honest.
I'm just trying to think of where, because as an air elemental, I can squeeze in. So I think what I'll do is squeeze in behind the as one with the world around me.
Okay, they are in the air.
They are in the air.
Yeah,
is that?
they're 30 feet in the air.
Yep.
I think air elements can fly them.
It's a good job I turned in an air elemental.
It is.
That's what I was thinking. I thought we might be able to blow them out of the window, but I actually thought if they end up flying, it's good. But I'll try and engage with. I would engage with that one then, Jay.
Okay, so you're moving over like here, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Go for it.
Right. It's. I'm just checking things. It's +8 to hit. 2d8 +5 slam, and then it does 2 slams. So
Sure.
$17 will that hit?
A 17 is not good enough to hit, unfortunately.
Damn. But 24 will be.
Yeah, the 24 will do quite nicely.
Oh, sorry, 25.
Even
Okay.
better.
2d8 +5. 14 damage.
14. That much damage. Okay, so you guys see as Raffin in tornado elemental form kind of surges through the air upwards towards the male astral, and he starts like wailing on him like these big windy smashes. And the first one, the guy dodges out of the way of, and then the second one kind of, it's like an uppercut, and Raffin connects, and he kind of, like, floats back with it. And then you watch him, like, reach out towards Raffin in the same way that he did to Sargon, and then he kind of, like, he holds the position and then kind of, like clenches his fist and kind of dispenses with that, it looks like. So is there anything else on your turn, Raffin?
No, that's me.
Okay. Is there legendary turns? So let's see. What's that dude gonna do? Rurak and Tarzan, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? Uh-oh, we lost Izzy. Eat that. Okay, so Tarzan, you're fine. Rurak, you are gonna take... Oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. You're gonna take 21 cold damage. I didn't mean to kill Sargon.
Why have I died?
Where's Sargon?
Fuck you, Murak.
Sargon did not take that much. Yes, that much. Yeah, so 21 cold damage to Rurak from him. And then...
Rurak goes down, we're actually TPK.
We got Lorraine.
All the actions over here. She's gonna... She zoomps. She vanishes from where she are and reappears 30 feet in the air over there. And it's Loran. So Loran, Muir just died in front of her, so she's gonna target Muir. And she's gonna heal Muir. Muir's not here, is she? Definitely not here. Okay. Rurak, it's you.
Cool. I would like to go ahead and about here is where I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wind and overcharge at the 6th level.
Okay.
So it's going to get an extra D8.
Mhm.
So this is what everyone's going to get flat. So this is how much? 27 hit points to anyone without metal armor. And another 6. So that's 33 to everyone with metal armor.
Okay. I'll do Muir. Okay, Muir's back to full.
Hold on, this is up to 6 people. So sorry, let me assign.
Sorry, yeah.
Lida, Muir, Tarzan, myself.
I just put mine up. I need to put it back down.
Warden, Sargon.
Yes.
Okay.
Warden.
Okay.
Warden. Sorry.
Warden.
I thought you said ward and.
27.
27.
27, okay.
Oh no.
33 for those with metal.
Hi. Oh,
So
back.
how much do I get, or are you just gonna apply it?
30. Is it 33 to Ward?
Yeah, Ward's made of metal. He definitely gets the bonus.
33 hit points. Can I then use the rest of my movement to like go over to Lida? I know you used my action already, but can I like try to use my bonus action to try and like pull her head out of the water?
Yeah, sure, yeah. So Rurak, Rurak kind of runs forward and, calls to Altius for aid, and Altius answers this peal of thunder in the distance, and then everyone you feel kind of rejuvenated. And Rurak, you can see Lida kind of collapsed, sort of like over the rim of the font, and you kind of reach up and yeet her out and grab her. You can see she kind of comes, her eyes like open up and stuff, but you can see that her eyes, like, what color are Lida's eyes?
Like brown?
Brown. Okay, well they're not brown anymore. They're like pretty much solid black.
good.
And it's sick though.
It's pretty good. Pretty cool.
Anything else on your turn, Rick?
No, I think that's about everything I can do.
Okay, so it's the font. Let's roll that d8. Could be bad if it's Rurak or Lida right now, so we don't want a 2 or a 3 or a 4. Hwah! It's an 8. Ward. Okay, Ward, you've never you never really seen this thing in the corner before, but it and you're not that used to like eating stuff, but can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Ward.
Oh shit. Ward.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Yes. I'm not used to being bored. I'm always like waiting to hear Zorgar.
That makes sense, yeah.
Wisdom, where's Wisdom? That's here. Did you say it's a save, yeah?
It's a wisdom saving throw. You did an 18.
Okay, there we go. Nay bonuses. Shit.
What is?
I don't think I made it.
What's not fighting it? What wants this?
Can I
It's shining off.
Look at that off. Oh my god.
This is happening like concurrently to Rurak pulling the thing. So you pull her out and you see her eyes are all black, and then you kind of feel the shadow over you as Ward. So you see this font in the corner. You can see Lida's like lying in it, and you're like, wow, that looks tasty. And you go over there, and can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Constitution.
It's compelling. You kind of put a little,
I've got.
little. You kind of scoop some up in your hand, and like just sort of. You don't really have a mouth, so you just kind of splash it on your face.
This is amazing, man.
20. Okay, so you're gonna take half of this. And you're not corrupted by negative energy.
Just having a good time.
Just having that. So you take 15 damage. Tastes boggin. Tastes real nasty. It not baffling why Lida spent so long like drinking it. It's not that good. So yeah, you take 15 damage, and then it is Tarzan's turn. Yeah, there's still 30 feet in there.
Alright. Well, I'll probably move it like there.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna shoot this one down the bottom.
Okay.
Actually, is Krafen in melee range? Like, is he flanking?
Yeah, he is flanking the top one right now, yeah.
I'll decide to do that instead. First one hits for that much damage. And the second one for the same amount of damage.
Okay. So Tarzan fires off these 2 shots, and they kind of arc through the air. He sights it just right to fire one off so that it gets pulled in the orbit of Krafen's, like mid-swing arm, and it sails in, nicks the guy like down the side of his golden face, and then another one fires a second one off, and it you watch it like sink into his foot. It looks like, and there's this kind of spurt of golden Icarus blood. Anything else on your turn, Zartan? New. Muir. So you kind of come to. So we seem like we lost you for a minute there. Loran had healed you, and then Rurak also healed everyone. So you kind of come to. You feel like super good again, but you kind of look up.
Oh.
You look up, and Loran is like this this blue, eyeless, toothy face is looking down at you with like what looks like concern. What are you doing?
I guess briefly shit myself and then roll out. I can't actually see the map anymore because Fantasy Ground is still loading.
Oh, okay. You're on the stairs.
Can I get to a point where I can see a bad guy to zap them?
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can kind of go up to the top of the stairs. You'll be able to see everyone.
Yeah.
So there's one engaged in combat with Raffen, and there is another one kind of floating around. The woman is floating around, kind of to the south of you, and northwest of you. It's where the male one is fighting with Raffen.
How big is the well?
How big is the well? It's a pretty big well. It's like 5 feet long. You know, it's got like a nice ornate like floor bit as well. So it's like maybe about 10 feet of well total. Most of the black stuff in the well is only occupying like about a 3 foot diameter sphere, maybe.
I don't know if this is a really dumb idea or not. What would happen if I cast Reduce on the well? Would it be less evil? Proportionally?
That's a good question. It's kind of built into the floor.
Magical objects.
If there's less well, is it less evil?
Yeah, you never know.
Well, if it's just
Or-
like
Well, if it
concentrated,
concentrates it.
like
Evil ball.
Evil Ribena.
rum.
No.
Oh, I want Ribena now.
Ribena is evil.
Don't drink
What are
it.
you talking
Drink
about?
Whoa, whoa.
It's good.
I mean,
Oh,
you can shrink it. You can make it bigger. It doesn't really, it's doable. It's unclear whether it will have any effect on it though.
Would it theoretically make it harder for people to try and stick their faces in it?
Oh,
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, fuck it, never mind. You know what? Mir's just been unconscious and came back up again. This seems like a dumb plan. This seems in character. Right, I'm gonna
Okay.
cast Reduce on the well.
Okay.
So it's
Well, I
halved
mean-
in all dimensions.
Yeah, it's not. It's probably unwilling, but it can't do anything about it. So okay, so the well is small. So yeah, the well. Muir kind of. What does it look like when you reduce the size of a well? Muir.
Tiny well.
It's a good question, Jake. I always thought it was more like the reduced spells, kind of like a force field thing. So I guess it's like, I don't know. I guess like throwing a big blanket over top of it.
Okay, so Muir kind of comes. She kind of rubs her head and looks at the congregation of people that are in the well in the corner, and literally having just been pulled out of it, and now having her eyes going like solid black. And she kind of like rummages in the bag and then pulls out this like net and throws the net, and it lands over the font and then goes and like shrinks it, and the font is now small. It's now Lidahite, actually, conveniently.
And then
we've made it
can I
easier
get
for Lida.
can I again then get my little robot to sit on top of it?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
So, do you not have the heat metal bonus action damage?
It goes down when you
Oh,
go unconscious.
I wish.
Okay. Anything else on your turn, Mir?
And then shoot the dingus. Shoot the. I still can't see the map. Shoot the one on the right hand side of the well.
She's not on the right hand side anymore. So there's one. There was one close to you, close to the cannon, who is engaged with Raffen, and there's the other one is kind of south of where Mir is now, at the top of the stairs.
Shoot that one.
The lady one.
Yeah, the lady one. I've been good. Go on, little. Oh, that was the 20 that it rolled back into 2. You dingus. That's 15.
15. 15 is not good enough to hit, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay. Well, he's just gonna hunker down and sit on top of the well, threateningly.
Okay, that'll probably. Yeah, that'll probably. Yeah. Okay. So so Mira throws this net over it, and it kind of shrinks down, and then her spidery cannon like kind of crawls up, and it's now kind of perched on top of the glowing orb, kind of like wrapped around it, seemingly impervious as the cannon is kind of scanning, and it blasts at one of them, and then kind of like rolls backwards around and kind of spins around and has to readjust itself. So yeah, that's probably going to be good enough to give people like an advantage on saves against the font. There's a big cannon in the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing else on your turn?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so it's the bad guys. Go. So this guy is no longer targeting Starman. He's going to target Raffen. And he's going to try and punch Raffen.
No.
Yeah. So a hit. Yeah. And a hit. Ooh, he misses. Is he gonna burn some reactions to do this? Yeah, he's gonna. Okay, so this guy, the male astral is kind of locked in combat with Raffen, so he strikes out once and kind of, distorts Raffen's elemental form. He does another strike, and Raffen kind of bats it away with one airy arm, and then two kind of semi-translucent golden arms kind of pop out of the astral's side, and he delivers two like martial arts strikes in Raffen's midsection, and he gets kind of buffeted back and floats back in. So that's that guy. With Setting Sun's rays is Mira's right there. She's not targeting direct anymore. She's gonna. Sargon and Tarzan are there. They don't really do much. They're not really good for it. She actually is probably gonna blast direct. Uh-oh. She critical blasts Rurak. For 48.
Oh, great.
She's gonna deliver her second blast, or try to. For. Oh. Oh dear.
Dang it.
Okay.
Abandoned shit.
So
dying.
So Raffen and the male one are locked in combat. The woman delivers two blasts that rip the fire through the air, and they slam into Rurag, and this kind of golden energy crackles over him. And he, I don't know if is this the first time you guys have seen this, but Rurag just kind of he wobbles a bit. He's got quite a low center of gravity, and he just collapses backwards. Lita, it's your turn.
Right. Just give me 2 seconds to gather what I'm going to do. Well, first thing, okay, I have the ability to completely nullify one of these fuckers' things. And I was wondering whether people want me to completely nullify the well or one of the actual fuckers.
Actual fuckers.
Yeah, one of the dudes.
That's the only thing with that is we can focus shoot one, but then eventually we're gonna have to deal with the other one, and the well will keep going no matter what type thing.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon if you stop the well, they would lose power? What do you think?
I can't stop the well. It's more just I can stop one of them being able to hit us for a while. And my plan was to do it around the well so no one could walk up to it anymore.
Oh,
and
that
also
makes
I
makes
could
sense.
branch
Yeah.
it out and give us some cover as well. But
I'm just gonna come back in a minute while you guys discuss.
I get what you mean. That,
I
so-
reckon one of the fly dudes would just resist whatever you have. If it's like,
I mean, it doesn't affect them. I would form a box around them, and the only way to get rid of it is a disintegrate spell. You can't dispel it,
Ooh.
and they can't go through the ethereal plane to go through it. So I'm not sure if they could teleport through it or not. My guess would be no, because I think that's how teleportation works.
I have a quick question. Who can actually attack these guys who is using a weapon? As I thought, one person. Cool. You don't have any.
And I don't do a lot of damage.
I have
there's a
lost my
big
sword,
tree
unfortunately.
in the center of the room. That might
kind
be
of
a bit.
hoping that Hareffin's fists, for some reason, counted as weapons.
No.
Well, okay. So back to my question: should I do one of the dudes, or should I just do the well and give us some cover so we have somewhere to like hide underneath while they're both shooting at us?
I would say the dudes. I'm not sure.
I would go for one of the dudes.
If it's one of the dudes, though, then we can't damage them either.
Yeah, you do one at
No.
a time, so it's easier to kill
Yeah.
one than it's to kill two.
Yeah, that
It
was
seems
yeah,
to be that we
strat.
get them down to a certain
That's
point and they
true.
fuck off
Yeah.
anyway.
I mean, I can
Okay.
try. I don't know if it will hold them.
I would
I'm
do it
hoping that it
over
will. The well is
the
safer
second.
because the well can't move.
It's also small.
Yeah, I'd go for one of the dudes because then we can focus on the other one and try and do them one by one.
Okay.
You won't,
Jake,
I'll go
how
for
tall
one
are
too.
these bastards?
They're about the male one is slightly taller. They're about 12 feet tall.
Pretty large.
Pretty chunky, yeah. Pretty big.
Okay, I want to use. I'm gonna cast a spelly spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Wall of Force.
Mhm.
And I'm going to make a sphere around with the setting sun's rays upon my face.
Okay. Could she like do anything about that? Or she gonna save her anything?
There's not like a save for it. It's
Oh, it just
a thing
happens.
that happens.
Okay.
Because it doesn't damage her or anything.
Cool.
At least let me read the spell again. Just to make sure. 10 HP. Yeah, I can form it into a hemispherical dome. It's of up to 10 feet, but when you put a wall through someone, you can choose which side they go into. So I would assume they would end up a little bit crouched in slightly.
Okay, yeah.
And the main appeal of it is that they just should not be able to get out because you can't dispel it. And it also extends into the ethereal plane, so they can't
Okay, sure. Yeah.
travel through the ethereal plane.
Yeah, I mean, you could also you'd be able to box her in a rectangle. I think with the number of panels they give you, so it's like that's fine. Okay, sure. So her eyes flare, and she traces these sigils on her hand, and then kind of points at the woman, and clenches her fist. And you guys watch as this there's this kind of shivering dome effect around her, and then you can see she is trapped inside this kind of like a ray shield in Star Wars, like this ball, like she's like in a ray shield Zorb right now, and she starts like banging on the walls, but doesn't seem to be able to do anything about it.
Let me out!
Anything else on your turn then?
Let me just check my bag, see if I have any healing at all.
How's this happen? We're smarter than this.
Are you down, Rura? Because
I'm unconscious.
Correct,
I'm
Sam.
unconscious but not dead.
I could, if he does die, I can res him.
Could be.
Do I have a
You're-
kind of thing for that?
Jake, am I able to
I
do
have a
spells
spell
in my
ready.
elemental form? I'm not.
No. You are when you're a higher level druid, but you're too little.
I have a quick question.
Yes?
Does giving someone temporary hit points raise them out?
No. At least I don't think so. I'll check. I'm pretty sure that's the rule.
If they tested it, would they die again?
Temporary hit points don't last for a wee while. It says on the top part that Ruek is sleeping.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to Misty Step
Sure, okay.
behind this tree and out of sight.
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, you can't raise people from unconsciousness. You can give them temporary hit points. I just won't raise them from being unconscious. But it would provide like a buffer, which is kind of weird. But it's apparently how it works.
Normally, when they get hit, they would have an automatic fail on the death saving.
Yeah, that would deal with that.
Prevent that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have to figure out some cool reason why. Okay, so that is Misty Stepping. So Ward, it's you.
Okay. I
So
can't
yeah.
do the hook.
Litta's wall lasts for the next 10 minutes. It is concentration, so if Litta drops for concentration, the other astral will be released. So,
Yeah, that's why I'm running
you
away.
can all do with that information what you will.
Can I try and find my sword? Because I threw it.
It's probably about where you landed up, actually. It's like kind of, it landed in the font, let's say.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll pick that up.
Sure.
Wait, so is the dude next to me the one that's like in the ball, or is it the one?
The bottom, the one at the very bottom is in the ball.
And they're still like in the air though.
Yeah, they're both
30
feet up.
Damn, I can't reach them then. So. I don't know what to do. Try the old sword throw again.
To try and get Ruek to a safer place to get food.
Oh, that's a good
You could bring him to me, that'd be I can heal.
Where are you? Oh, you're right next to me. Cool. Oh yeah, I'll pick up Ruek.
Uh-huh.
And I'll move this way. That's 6 squares.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else on your turn, Mr. Ward? Okay. So Ward bundles at Rurik and dashes over to Mir. Sargon, you and Zarzan are hanging out behind the tree, having some fun dragonborn time. What are you doing?
Number 1. I'll chuck a spear in.
Okay. Why have you got disadvantage?
I don't know. It's still hit.
It does still hit,
Plus,
yeah.
I should have had advantage anyway, shouldn't I? Because he's flanked by Haraf.
Yeah, let me figure out. Oh, it says you're unconscious. It doesn't get rid of the unconsciousness when you get raised up. It's kind of annoying.
Silly game. Can I... It took the lower of the two, but I can't see what the other roll was.
It
Oh
says
no,
drop
it was a
17.
19.
No, it says drop 17. That's the one it dropped.
Oh,
So it's a 17 plus 8, so 25.
And then I'll just roll damage. Right, and then I will forgo my second attack and instead use Commander's Strike.
Okay.
And ask Zarzan to shoot him.
Yes, sir. So should I shoot?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the top guy.
Right.
Fucking kill him! I'm shooting him, sir! I missed, sir.
So, yeah, Sargon hurls his spear through the air. And then
pressure.
flies through the air, and he has to kind of, like, you know, the guy has to, like, grab it, and he gets kind of opened up for a minute there. And Zarzan fires off a shot, but sails through the air, and it kind of gets, like, there's a lot of commotion up there, and it kind of gets, like buffeted away, and it clatters on the ground.
You rolled a 2 and a 5.
Them's the breaks, man. Anything else on your turn, Sargon?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Raffin, it's you.
Right, I will pound on the dude I was pounding on.
Okay.
So it's a bit more success than it. So it's plus 8. $18? Is that it?
18 is not good enough.
Oh no. But 23 is.
23 is, yeah. 23 will do quite nicely.
8 plus 5. $11.
11.
That's not a lot of damage.
11! Sure, so Raffin, delivers one strike, and then Sargon's spear comes into frame, and the guy catches it and kind of turns away, and Raffin sucker punches him around the side of the face. Anything else on your turn, Raffin?
That's all I can do, I think.
Okay. So it's the legendary turn. So the guy... What's he going to do with his legendary turn? Okay, we can't... Nothing can get in and out of that bubble. That's really good. That's a really clutch thing for Linda to have done, actually.
Thank you.
So, what's he going to do? You can't use that one.
Please don't
Surrender?
annihilate me.
Please
I'll
don't
just
kill
use
me.
that one. Okay, Raffin, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
I like making them. Those famous last words that was.
You need a 20.
Oh, 14? I shouldn't have spoken.
Okay, so Raffin, you are going to take...
That's a lot of dice.
Oh,
49.
To make to throw them.
Which
It's
takes you out of elemental form, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it says wounded. All those temporary hit points
Did
are
I take
gone.
another wound then? Because the first time I lost 20.
Have you not been hit since then?
That's not as far as I know. I don't know why it's saying 35 in HP. I haven't touched that bit.
No, he did. He punched a bunch out of you the last turn, actually. So he did like 11, 38. He did like 56 damage to you last turn. And then another.
That's bizarre. I must have done more. He did 20 the first time.
Yeah, and then the next turn, he did like 60 something.
Oh, fair enough. So that's me out of elemental form.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, not cool, actually.
So Raffin fills. So he kind of, after Raffin clocks him around the face, he kind of like pulls his hands together around the sides of Raffin's kind of air elemental face, and he vibrates. Raffin, your mind is like blasted with images of stars and nebulae and cosmos and rising empires and dead planets and golden arcs and the might of the astral empire, and then you are kind of thrown out of your elemental form. And the other one is she's just in the ball. She's in the Zorb. She can't do anything in the Zorb. Can she? I doubt it. So nothing can physically pass through the wall, so I don't think you could even hear, like, she's like, you can see her mouth moving and stuff, but she's like stuck.
Oh, I forgot to say when I cast that spell, I did the middle fingers.
Okay, sure, yeah. Okay, it's Loran.
Okay, me.
She's gonna move up. Part of Rick. She's gonna heal him.
Oh.
For 4. Congratulations, Rick.
Oh.
There you go.
What's going on?
So you come to consciousness with Loran's eyeless, toothy blue face looking down upon you with, again, like her, the skin is kind of furrowed. It looks like she might be sympathetic. Difficult to say. It is your turn, though.
Thank you.
You've got 4 hit points. You can see one of them is now in a Zorb. The other one, Raffin, is no longer an elemental. He's back in being elf.
I'm not too convinced any healing I can do for myself is going to be of much use. So I'm gonna. Oh wait, I lost concentration on my spell, didn't I? When
yeah, you would have done, yeah.
One second then. You know what? No, maybe I will heal myself. You know what? You know.
Treat yourself, mate.
You deserve some HP.
It's been a rough day.
So I'm gonna go ahead and like limp over here. How far can I get? Do I have to like get up?
You do, yeah. So you got 3 squares.
3 squares. I'll limp 3 squares this way.
Sure.
Thank you. And I'm gonna go and cast Cure Wounds on myself at 4th level.
Okay.
Which is I guess 5th because I have armor.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So it's how many d8s is Cure Wounds normally? Hang on.
2?
1.
1?
So I think I get 5 d8s.
That's a lot of d8s.
How does it go from 1 to 5?
I'm casting it at 4th, and because I'm wearing metal armor, it goes up by 1 as well. 19. 19. I'll do that.
Okay.
17. Cool. I'm limping. Thank you, Laura.
Okay. Anything else on your turn, sir?
Nope. Nope.
Okay. It is the font. Who's the font gonna target? Eight. Ward.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, Ward, I need a wisdom saving throw from you with advantage because there's a cannon on it.
Okay.
I know Ward's a big guy and it's a small
Wait,
belt.
what did you say? Wisdom.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Wisdom with advantage.
How do you put advantage on it?
Press the ADV button down in the bottom next to where the dice are.
Oh yes, I see.
Nah, 20.
Okay, yeah, Ward, you're like, you can see it out the corner of your eye. You're like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Taste it off. I've been there already. Done that. Not going. Not doing.
Not going back.
Not doing that. Been there. Had the T-shirt. I drank from the weird font. Not doing it again. Tarzan, it's you.
I actually want my shirt.
Shitty time.
Go for it.
This dude isn't being flanked.
He's no longer being flanked.
First one misses. Second one.
Just.
That's not the right thing.
It's not. It's also Demure. For some reason.
What?
Where's Mira?
I don't know what happened. Okay.
Okay. Anything else on your turn? Is that both your shots?
Yeah, that was both my shots.
Okay. Mira, it's you. You feel a tinge, as in a parallel universe you get stabbed by Tarzan.
I look at Tarzan suspiciously, and then I'm gonna shoot the big gribbly guy.
Go for it.
So it's 3.
What are you blasting him with?
Destiny blasting him.
Destiny blast.
Yeah, so yeah. So
Very nice.
3 different. Go up to me. No, like it rolled the wrong one. Hold on, I'll get there eventually. There we go.
Those are 20s, bro. It's definitely not 20s.
But I'm trying to hit him.
Oh, right. Okay. I understand.
I wanted him to net 20. Wee.
Yeah.
All right. So that's 17, 20, and a net 20.
Okay. So your 20 hits. Your net 20 is doubled.
Wee. Does the 17 hit?
The 17 does not hit. 17 is not good enough, I'm afraid.
So that's so this is nat 20. That's shit.
It should be more than that, bro.
What?
It scales, man.
How come?
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking. Ignore me.
That's a whole tasty 19 damage and all. Wow. Right. Oh.
Okay, something happens.
Can my cannon shoot him first?
So you know you blast. It doesn't affect your turn, right? But you know, as Mirror delivers these 3 golden blasts, quite similar to the ones these guys have actually. They fly through the air and impact on it. 2 of them. One of them gets him like square on the mask, and you hear this kind of cracking sound, and then kind of through the cracks in his mask that have now formed, there's this kind of black light similar to the font glows. So he's now having as an aura of negative energy for anyone that's too close to him. That doesn't currently affect anyone right now, but there's this kind of like coruscating flare of black light surrounding this guy. But your cannon can go.
Yeah. 17 again. Oh, good. That's more.
Okay. Well, it's his turn. He's gonna. What is he gonna do? You're just trying to fuck him up. He's gonna. Well, he was punching Raffen though. Raffen's down elf. He might continue punching Raffen.
I think he'd want to make friends with me.
He's gonna split the difference.
I think he's intimidated by my beard.
Right, so 1 on Raffen.
Musky odor.
And he's gonna blast you as well. His other attack. No, he's not. There's more movement from within the Zord, but nothing happens. Lidden, it's you.
Hello. I guess I'm gonna cast a spell.
A spell?
Spell, you see.
We shall do a fireball. Yay! It is against. I'll click myself. I will peek this way. Hello. And I will get my actions out. Actions. Your ball is there. So he has to make a DC. Save.
He's gonna use his last one. He's gonna succeed.
Yes. Okay. Okay, we've burnt those out of him. Good. And then I do this.
Okay.
I have other things as well, I think. Hold on. I always forget about these.
He is dying now.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh,
Oh, it didn't half it.
Okay.
I'm trying. I think it would have still got him. So a thing happens now, similarly to the first guy you guys fought. So
I can also add something to it because fire damage, I think. I can't
okay,
remember where
that'll be enough to kill him.
Okay.
He says,
No. Not like this. Not like this!
and then
Like this.
so then it hurls this, pulls this cinder at the top of her staff and hurls it through the air, and it kind of sails and kind of he sees it coming and he delivers that line and it hits him square in the face and detonates, and there's this wash of flame, this gout of flame that kind of goes over him, and then you guys watch as he starts, like the black light glows brighter and brighter, and then it condenses down to a single point and then explodes. So in almost the exact same way as the first astral you guys fought. So I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Does
What if you're
being
down the
behind a
stairs?
tree help?
Everyone?
Everyone.
Okay.
Everyone within 200 feet needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a big amount.
Third nat 20
Oh, no.
night.
Well, no, I got 7. I thought I got 23 for a second there, but that was
Okay.
well done, Rurik.
Oh, 23.
21.
It'll be okay.
Hey, that's not bad actually. Oh, you're gotta do better.
I give Tarzan a +6 before I go.
Before
Okay.
I go.
Before I perish.
So, this shouldn't apply to anyone. This is how much. I'm gonna have to go over how much this works. It's lagging. It's crashed Fantasy Ground. No, it's not. It's fine.
Too much damage.
Okay. Who got less than 20? You guys take 47 damage.
47 damage! Did you add that on there, Jake?
I've not added it to anyone.
I
Uh,
had 46 health left.
if you made it
Down.
to 20, you take half that, which is 23.
Jake, can you do that, or do I just...
Yeah, hang on, I'll do it. So what did you...
So,
Finn, that number is how much damage you've taken, not how much health you have left.
No, I have
For
46. Fuck. I changed it. Because it was what I'd taken, and then I changed it to what I have. It was at like 56, and I was like, oh, it's supposed to be... I got confused, basically.
I need to make a concentration check.
You do. Did you
Also,
make...
it's
Okay, so you
less
gotta
than-
get a 23.
does
Yeah.
a tree assist
I
in
took
protection?
20 damage.
You can take 4 less damage, because there's a tree in the way.
Yes! What was I supposed to be taking?
What did you get? 21? 23, so you take 19.
Aha!
As there's this stellar explosion that goes off, and you can see the... those of you who are conscious enough and, haven't been affected enough to really be paying attention, you can see the woman in the orb. There's like a single kind of shiny tear falls out from under her mask. She stops kind of ragging on the wall.
Get fucked.
What happened?
Yeah,
You need to save 23 damage, is that right?
23 damage if you get over 20, 47 if you don't.
I'm unconscious.
I'm very unconscious.
I'm unconscious as well.
I'm up.
Okay.
I'm up just... Or...
This
Jake,
isn't right.
Am I unconscious now?
Well, did you apply the damage? Because I applied the damage. Because you asked me to.
Yeah, it now says 89 in wound.
Yeah, because you now hit.
89 of 89.
Yeah, you've got no health left.
How much damage was it?
47.
Yeah, because I was on like 35 or something on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. So I'm unconscious too.
Okay.
Oh dear.
It only have to be at 12 because it's only half the damage I took, and I took 23 damage.
Oh, then yeah, it is. It should only be 12. So you might be able to hold on to it. Yeah.
What kind of is a Constitution?
It's a Constitution save.
Oh, beautiful. The fucking
She just saves it. I don't remember the Epic Game Store at a dramatic moment like this.
Been fucked.
Okay.
Half of our party is down.
So you guys have a bit of breathing time. She's stuck in her orb. Lida's held on to the spell. There's seems to be literally nothing she can do against it right now.
Is Loran up?
Fucking
Is she
powerful.
Oh, Loran.
down?
Oh shit.
How?
If not, I am literally going to kill Rurik to bring him back.
Fuck me.
She gets a 20, so she takes
Are you
23.
healing? Okay. Oh, you didn't
Fuck
say.
me.
Loran is just up.
We don't need to go to killing people.
No, I don't want 360.
Listen, if it's the only option, I'll do it.
I'm gonna kill you and then bring you back.
I'll take you back. That'll be fine.
I'll finish you off, but it's for the greater good.
So, what is your guys' plan here? You've got like another 40 seconds. No, you've got 10 minutes. You got ages until this orb starts itself out.
Healing up.
That was super clutch.
Massively powerful.
Yeah.
It's a good spell. I barely used it before now, but I was like, you know what? I used it against the big giant dude, and then I was like, what? Wait, this is actually fucking great. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
Would it be more OP if someone were to cast like Moonbeam where you're gonna put it and then you put the thing over them so
Moonbeam
they're
can't
stuck
get
in
in.
Can't pass through stuff.
A bit
Magic
like if
through
you
But you put it
like,
around
put it
Moonbeam.
inside it. Yeah.
Oh, but then
an
no,
extra
because
layer.
Moonbeam is like a
No.
constant thing,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it comes from a
out of
place.
the sky as well.
It's
doesn't
like
Is
a
there,
ray.
is there like another equivalent of that spell though that does like area of effect?
it? You
Like
could put it-
there'll be some kind of
like
poison
a-
cloud or something. I would think.
Yeah, something like that.
But,
Couldn't you do like the big flame bomb that it does and then put that?
yeah, that's what. But it doesn't do a lot of damage. It only does it like once per turn. It's not that much.
Half the
So
party.
it would work to like whittle people down, but it wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast
We're bleeding out
Cure
here.
Wounds on Rurak.
Right, hang on. Ward, it's you. I need a death save.
Oh, never mind.
Are we doing this round by round?
Yeah, just because there's death saves involved.
Okay.
Not that I think it'll make a difference actually. Okay, Ward's fine. Sargon, it's you. You're still around. Are you doing anything?
Doing some stretches over here, I guess.
Okay.
Got no healing.
Sargon emerges from the tree he's been hiding behind, and
Oh, I should go find my spear actually. Where's my spear gone?
That's a
Last
good
I
point.
saw, I planted it in the guy
Yeah,
who
he had the
just
spear.
exploded.
I don't know if you have a spear anymore, man.
Oh.
Right, 10 or higher, you find your spear. Otherwise, it's gone. Okay, your spear's fine.
Yes, that 20. I find my spear in better condition.
Yeah, the the detonation goes off and the spear flies into the tree you're hiding behind. You're-
Oh god.
Whoa. Wait, I was on the other side of that tree.
Yeah.
So was I.
Oh no, it went through me.
Is it now a magical spear?
You should do a lot.
Not any more magical than you are. It's a spear of some fun trivia. Nearly went to space. Did go to space in some manner of thinking. Yeah. Anything else on your turn, Sargon? Distraction.
With some supportive words to Loran to get Ward up.
Okay. Crafted, I need a death save from you, please.
Death save. Is there a dice rolling or just rolling?
You need a d20. It's purely a chance thing.
I got 11.
Okay, you're doing okay. Inside the Zorb, she's getting progressively more angry. Loran is she's gonna heal Ward as best she can. So Ward, you get re-brought up, and then Rurak, I need a death save from you, please.
Okay. Pass.
The font. So 4 on the font. Oh, Lida. Oh, you're already.
No,
You don't need to go to the font. You've already done everything that can be done at the font.
Oh.
Basically.
That's not good.
Yeah, you don't feel very well actually, but in some respects you feel amazing. Words also okay. The font is kind of. Yeah, Word. You feel a kind of a weird tugging sensation, but you're like, I've done that, been there.
Okay. Don't need it.
Okay, Zarzan, it's you.
I've run over here and I would like to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on Rurak Dogforge.
Go for it.
How the bloody hell do I do that?
I think you target him, and then you press like the heal button.
Target. Cure Wounds 2nd. Here we go. Let's see this. That worked.
Nice.
Oh,
Is there a way
I
to
do.
mark off spell slots?
Yeah, there is. In your actions bit, I think it depends what mode you're in. You're in. Yeah, there you go.
Ah, I see.
Okay, anything else from you, Zarzan? Who's pinging me on Facebook?
I maybe just lagging it a little bit. Well,
Okay.
I probably can't. Yeah, not.
Muir, I need a death save from you, please.
Oh. Whee!
Yep, she's getting angry. Lida?
So some people are up and such, and some people who's still down.
Just Muir, I think. Oh, Muir and Raven.
Here and I can only get to Mir. So can I like attempt to stabilize her?
Yeah, give us a medicine check. Okay, Mira's stable. She doesn't have to make that save now. Ward.
It's me again.
Yeah, you're up. You're.
I don't
Come
know
through.
what I don't know what I should do. Pretty weak. I'm just gonna walk over here, have a look at this dude in the Zorb.
Yep, she's in a Zorb. She's like clawing at the walls. You can see there's tears streaming down her face.
I'm just gonna make some faces at her. As much as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. He thinks he's making a face, but he's really just doing the exact same face.
Yeah, Word is like, oh, I'm showing her so good. Yeah, take that, lady.
Nice soul!
Yep, yeah.
She can't hear me though.
No, she can't. There is a kind of in the they're no longer glass ceiling, and there's sunlight starts to drift in, and she kind of like looks up at the sun, and her tone changes somewhat. Sarna.
Still stretching.
Still stretching. Raffen, I need another death save from you, please.
Hopefully going. I got 16.
Okay.
I'm still alive.
Yep. She's getting angry. So Mira's she's gonna move. Loran's gonna move over to Mira. She's close, and she's gonna heal her.
Yay!
Rurak. It's you.
I'm going to say thank you, Tarzan. I'm going to go on over here, and I want to do a. So I know that Krafen can usually do healing spells, can't he? When he's not in his like form, so you're unconscious just now. But okay, I will do a. I'll do a first level cure wounds on Krafen just now.
Okay.
Which is a D8.
I rolled that, yeah.
I rolled that. So you're getting 12 hit points.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. And when you wake up, I'm going to say, you need to heal everyone, but wait. I'm going to cast a spell first, and then you heal everyone, okay? Okay.
I'm just going to look up my healing spells.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope next round.
Sure.
Everyone's up.
Yeah, now that everyone's up, is anyone going to be doing anything this round? No. Okay.
I might cast a spell.
Alright, what kind of spell are you going to cast?
I might cast Hunter's Mark on Settled Suns.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, anyone else is going to cast like a personal spell or anything that doesn't really require any adjudication from me or dice rolling or anything like that? You can just go ahead and do it.
I can't cast the Cure Wounds with that. That cures everyone.
Cure Wound is individual.
Yeah.
So you can heal individual people an amount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope, and now any healing that you do no longer needs rolls. It's going to be the max amount of healing that you can do.
Oh, cool.
So if it says 1d8, then it's going to be 8.
My biggest one, apart from Greater Restoration, is either Cure Wounds or Healing Word I've got, but I think Cure Wounds as well.
Just do Cure Wounds on every party member. Like how many spell slots do you have?
Oh, don't use up all your spell slots.
I'm trying to see how many. Does it say somewhere how many? Oh, I've got 2. No, I can only cast it on 2 people at 5th level. I could cast it on 4th
You know,
level.
you can cast it like 1st to 5th level, so you can. There's like a lot of spell slots there.
Cool.
If that makes sense. So I could do it with a lot of healing. So could Lida. So could Loran. So could yourself and Ward. So leave. Do you have a 6th level spell?
I've used it. I used it to summon that.
Leave yourself
invisible dude.
Leave yourself 1 5th level spell. And then use all your other spell slots to heal everyone. I would say.
Okay.
Because if once we kill this person, if we all get damaged by her wave, then we're fucked.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm just like, can you sort of organize yourself in order of neediness then?
Let's create a line up to Harafen.
Right.
Because I'm currently missing 77 hit points of 89. So.
As well.
What was that, sorry?
Loran can heal as well, so it's kind of like.
Loran can heal as well, yeah.
I have a quick question as well. See this bubble you've put up, Lida?
Yeah.
Is that the only time you can do that? Could you do that again to protect us from the explosion?
No, because it's not a reaction.
Let's get the healing.
Right. So Reg, you're beaconing.
Sorry. Yes, I'm beaconing.
Okay.
So everyone will receive max amount of heals.
Okay.
So who's the most in need of healing?
I have 2 hit points.
Do we want Loran to try and heal up people first, and then after Loran's tapped out, then Harafen?
Oh, maybe.
Harafen can, deal a bit more of a punch.
True. Could we ask Loran to heal us all?
She says, I will do my best.
Thank you, Loran.
Who do you
Start with Rurek and Lida, I'd say.
Okay. No, okay. Okay, so Lida, she's gonna give Lida Lida, you get 24. So I'm just trying to think the best way to organize this, because the I suppose you got 10 minutes, don't you? She probably has enough juice to give everyone like 1 heal, but then that'll be her like tapped out.
Okay.
So you can all get 24 back from the round.
Whee!
Cool.
Very cool.
But now she can't heal anyone again. Like that's her.
Jake, are you adding that or?
No, you guys have to do it because I can do it, but it's just me manually doing all
it's
the maths.
24, sorry, yeah.
24, yeah.
It won't let me change it at all for some reason.
I don't know why that is, because I can. There you go. There you go.
Patrick,
Yes.
are you going to be able to do a lot of damage here?
Potentially.
Simply because it might be wise for a healer to maybe hide down the staircase so when the explosion goes off, there's someone to get us up.
Okay. Yeah,
Maybe
sure.
not straight away. Maybe do like the first round or 2.
Tell you what, when before you drop the sphere, I'm gonna cast a spell that will be like around the sphere, so she'll kind of like be exposed within that spell that I'll just concentrate on. And yeah, and then you can damage her and stuff. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Trapping, can you still heal further?
Yeah, I can heal. Who needs healing then still?
Myself, Lida, yourself, Loran.
How bad are you guys down? I'm just trying to gauge what level.
I'm down 60 hit points.
Okay, how many have you got just now?
93 minus 59.
If you open the party sheet,
Around
you can
30.
see
You have 34.
the 34.
Oh, that was a thing.
Do you mean the combat tracker thing?
No, there's a party sheet.
Party
Oh.
sheet.
Yeah, he's right.
Where's the party sheet? there it
it's
is.
the little eye next to the people.
I'll
I
write
forgot this
it
existed.
down on my wee book. That's probably easier than trying to make the thing work. So, because I've got one 5th level spell, that would be 40 hit points, or unless you get a plus with it as well. I don't know what you do.
You get your plus your wisdom mod on top of.
Oh yeah, well that would be at 5th level. That would be like 59, which would actually take me back up to full health. But I also,
59 hit points at 5th level spell?
Yeah, because it's 5. Oh no, it's 40. It'd be 49. Sorry.
Would it not be 45? If it's 5 times 8 plus 5.
Oh, I thought look, my wisdom is plus. I thought it was plus your wisdom.
What's your plus wisdom?
My wisdom is plus. Oh no, it's plus 5. Hold on. That's not right. I thought it was plus 9 actually.
No, that's yeah.
There's no proficiency bonus on it. It's just
Right, so it's 45. So I could heal somebody for 45, and then somebody else for. It's 1d8 per level, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I could heal 3 other people for 29.
Heal me 29, heal Ward 45, heal yourself and Lida 29.
Okay, let's do that.
Hey,
Oh, sorry?
Brad? Go on, man.
Oh, grab good one. Oh yeah, give yourself 45 then.
Okay, Jake, can you do that?
Yeah. So grappling skills. Okay. So
You
half
have
of
3 29 to 10 now.
Yes, I've got 3 29s to give out to whoever wants them. That's my 3rd level as well.
That'd be Lida, myself, and Ward.
Fuck you, Lorraine.
Oh, Lorraine, good.
Fuck you,
I
Lorraine.
can go and hide now. She doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Get it.
I'll say that to Loran. I'll say you don't need to be here for the rest of this if you don't want to.
she says
Your cat.
Like,
Shut
don't
fuck
leave
off.
the building, but just, maybe
just
pop
go
down the
downstairs.
stairs. Yeah.
Don't get blasted.
She says
Go and have a rest.
she kind of fixes the woman in the Zorb in her eyes, well, where her eyes would be if she had eyes. And she says, I am here for my own reasons. Doesn't look like she's moving.
Alright. Are we about to get betrayed, TM?
I mean, if we are, she'll be very
She's
easy to
tapped.
kill.
Yeah, she has very little health left. Just be kind of like kicking her down at the end.
I don't want to get trapped in position. Back up.
Jake,
Yeah.
the spell Ball Lightning, would that, it creates a medium-sized pulsating sphere of pure lightning on the target location. If I conjured that on her, right, and they're taking up the same space, if someone attacked her physically, would they get hit by the lightning?
What spell are you talking about?
Ball Lightning, 5th edition.
I don't think that's a real spell, man.
It's not a real spell, because it's listed in the sphere thing.
Are you talking about Sphere of Storms?
Sphere of Storm.
Or Storm Sphere? Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Aha.
Sorry.
I thought you'd been taken in by D&D Wiki.
Oh, sorry. Wait a sec. Sphere
Uh,
of Storm.
So it's 20-foot radius.
Ah, never mind then. Cool. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm sure these guys have it.
Peace out, bitch.
You guys can leave.
So you're fucking operator, right?
Just out of line of sight, I guess.
Sure.
Nearby.
Just kind of down the
Did it
stairwell.
seem like the previous explosion damaged the stonework at all?
No, it seemed like it permeated through the stonework. Almost as if it just
So
moved,
it's
just
still gonna-
So,
wasn't
yeah,
it's
Rurak has got to be fucked even if he's
Ah,
downstairs.
cool. Well, I'll be here then. I'll be here.
I was gonna say what I was gonna do last time, so I will kill you and then.
Cool. Alright. Thanks. Thanks, buddy.
I mean, my trusty tree knocked
Don't
4
worry.
damage off.
Yeah, like you'd get like some
Finding
cover and
yourself
stuff
a-
from it. You know.
I'd say find a trusty tree. I found a new one already. Yeah, Emma's got the trustiest of trees.
Okay, bolt of lightning and arc. If I cast chain lightning on her, can I do it on just her?
Yeah, 'cause she's up in there.
Yeah, but will it chain onto other people? It says 3 bolts then leap from that target onto as many as 3 other targets. Can I just choose none?
I think that's just what you choose.
I'm hoping.
I assume you choose.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, let's just go with that then. I've got the.
So yeah, you don't have to.
I've got the Sphere of Storms ready to go.
Demon, I think, with my 5th level.
Right. What is your guys' plan?
Everyone get in position.
Yeah,
Get
brace for when the
attack
shield
ready,
goes down.
and I'll drop the spell, and we'll fuck her up. Hopefully, she'll bamf away.
Does any physical hitters want to climb the tree? Maybe get some sort of,
Does that branch get close enough to it?
They're not 30 feet tall. I guess reasonably close, but probably not close enough to like.
I'll stick to my
Microphone.
Where do you want to
hiding
slither?
behind the tree.
Everybody just wail on her as soon as that thing goes down.
Yeah, so how's this gonna work for the initiative order?
We're just gonna go from the top of the round.
Can these be ready actions?
Where should I be standing?
You could probably stand over here.
She doesn't know when I'm gonna drop it, to be fair, but she probably is prepped for when it does drop.
Yeah, actually, like she has her initial kind of freak out, and then after she calms down after a minute, while you guys are healing up and stuff, and you can see that she kind of she has this kind of car-sitting energy in her fingers, and she looks like she didn't have very much of a face on show to really get facial cues, but seems like she's pissed, and is actively looking for ways to the first opportunity to attack.
Can we not all stand next to each other in a line?
Yeah, get into a position. Otherwise, she's gonna do some kind of area attack bullshit that's gonna attack a bunch of you.
Warcraft and Loran Muir stand apart from each other.
We're talking
I can't move.
Can't move.
I can't see the map.
Okay.
Have you got the map up, Izzy?
Apart from each other.
No, I can't see anything.
Okay, so if you go to maps, have you got the map file open and can't see anything, or have you just not got the map file open?
Hold on.
Because there should be one in maps called Citadel of the Moon Level 5.
Yeah, found it.
There you go.
Finn, have you heard any of this?
Yes.
Please move towards somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want us all standing apart?
Yeah, just so area of attack things don't wipe out an entire party in one move.
Oh, good idea. Am I alright in that wee corner bit?
Yeah, sure. Just
Yeah, you're probably gonna.
spread out.
That's where I was. You told me to move.
Yeah, but you were clustered
you were all
together,
together.
and now you're next to Muir.
Yeah, and now
Yeah.
you've gone next
That's
to
the
Muir
problem.
as a melee guy miles away from the person we're trying to kill.
So you're on the
Yeah,
other side of the
I'm
tree.
not going to be melee, I'm going to be ranged. I can move over there if you want.
Okay, but you won't line of sight. The tree's in your way now.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's...
Sorry,
I
sorry.
like that. No, it's alright. I like the fact that moves. That makes sense to me.
Also, I would say stay away from the well because it's still gonna do stuff. I think to people that haven't been super affected by it,
Is that...
and it does a fuck ton of damage.
The fun's been kind of playing at the back of
I
people's
line of
minds.
sight now. Have I got line of sight now?
Probably
Yes.
you do. Yeah.
If you click on your wee icon, you can see your line of sight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Alright, everyone ready to go?
Yes.
Okay,
Alright.
I'll count down and then I'll drop it. Let's go.
Okay.
Right.
Can I ask
Okay.
a quick question with
Yes.
How much
So, there's-
how much
Yes.
damage does your hammer do? Like on
Not much. I wasn't planning on throwing my hammer.
No, I was planning on commanding you. I don't care what you want, I'm going to tell you to do.
Well,
Imagine bossing around your ball.
considering I have powerful stuff, I won't be using my hammer unless I need to. So,
Just because there's you and Tarzan are the only people with ranged weapons.
yes.
And me. Yeah.
Right, I will use it next round if we get to next round. This first round,
No. It
No,
uses up one
that's
of
not
my
what he's
attacks.
He's
On
going to
my
make you
turn,
throw it, not
I
on
make
your
you
turn.
throw it.
Oh.
Whether you
So
like it or
you
not.
get another
D8.
attack.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. A
I
D8.
was just wondering whether it's more powerful than Tarzan's arrows.
Oh, well,
Yes.
I'll do like lightning damage and stuff on top of that, so yeah.
Okay, good. That was it. Sorry.
Okay,
all good.
right. So, Lydia, you're dropping the thing.
Yep.
Okay, what we'll do, we're just gonna, for simplicity, we're just gonna take it from Lydia. So, Lydia drops the thing. Are you doing anything else on your turn, Lydia?
Can I take an action after I drop it?
I think you can just drop it as a
It's
free
not
thing,
action,
so yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Alright, okay, I'll have a little peek. What's up, bench? We're gonna friggin' kill you. Perhaps.
You killed him! I will destroy all of you!
We killed him, we're gonna kill you. Get ready. Here we go. Let's do a 4th level. Something or other.
Finn, did you heal earlier?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't take that other 20. Was it 29?
That's right, 29.
Okay, I'm gonna do the thingy magic I did earlier called Sickening Radiance.
Okay.
So she needs to make a Constitution saving throw. How do I do that? Let's have a look on the sheet. Don't know if I have this spell in my thing. Is that Constitution? No. I'm trying to find another spell that is the same that does Constitution.
I mean, I can just do the
But-
save if you want.
Yeah, that would be good.
22.
Dang it. Well, she still takes some damage,
Okay.
I think. Actually, no, she doesn't.
Okay.
She's good. She's good.
She's good.
Never mind. I didn't do any damage. It's fine. I'm going back behind the tree. But she's still in some green goop that she needs to make saves on.
Okay.
While she's in it.
What kind of...
It's like a 30 foot radius sphere. Centered on a point within range, and I guess she's the point because
One sphere to another.
this one's a lot bigger. I guess.
Like so?
Yeah, and I'll try and keep it so it's like high enough that anyone that's doing melee stuff won't ever enter it.
Sure, okay, so you kind of like... Are you like putting it like above her? Or...
Yeah, try and
sure.
push her down a little bit. Keep
Okay.
her out of the-
Sure. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's me.
Then Ward, it's you!
So she's not in the orb anymore?
She's not in the orb, but she's still 30 feet in the air.
Damn it. Limited things I can do. Can I just hold my turn?
Yeah, what are you holding for?
If she gets any lower,
Sure.
then I can actually hit her.
Okay. Sargon, it's you.
Right. First, I'm gonna chuck my spear.
Go for it.
Oh, Jake, can I make it so that the center point actually isn't on her, but like the center of the room? Thing?
Sure, like where the tree is?
A
Like
little bit
that?
more to the left-ish. Yeah, like there.
Yeah? Okay.
That's not here.
No. Not so much.
There goes my spear. Next. Commander Strike. Directly got to throw your hammer at her.
Oh, cool. Okay. Alright, how does this work then?
You just make an attack as normal.
Click on me, then control click on her, and then.
Hey.
It's my offhand, it's thrown. Okay. Throw that hit.
Please hit her. You didn't hit her.
Miss, but the lightning bolt will still go in that direction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
So I won't get the actual hit, but I'll get the lightning stuff.
Sure.
So 1 sec. 46. 1 sec. Oh, it's actually 66 with the upgrade it got. Yeah. So there you go. That's a lot of sixes.
Oh.
29 damage.
29 damage. Okay, she's gonna use a reaction to zip here next to Lida.
Oh shit.
No, that's wrong.
Anything else on your turn, Sargon?
Oh, we pray.
That's going. Wait. Let's get to the right side of the tree now. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, Raffin, it's you.
Right, I am going to cast Moonbeam on what's the shots. I'll use the level 5 one. So, did they take damage this time, or does it wait until they?
She's gonna try and counterspell you.
Oh no! I mean, come on.
Can I counterspell that?
Yes. Yeah, you can. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Mark it off.
She counters the counterspell.
Yeah. Counterspell's been countered.
Boy.
So yeah, carry on with your moonbeam, Raffin.
Say what? Sorry.
Carry on with your moonbeam. What are you doing?
So yes, I'm going to cast it Moonbeam. Does she take damage the first time?
Let me read.
I can't remember. I feel like we always get this wrong, or I always get this wrong.
Moonbeam.
I'm just progressively pissing off with this woman. This is bad.
She stood right next to you.
When the
Last
creature
time
enters
this happens,
spell's
one
area
of
for the
them
first
kicks you.
time on a turn or starts its turn there.
It has to be. I think is when it starts.
Right. Okay. So.
But like it means that like also if someone got like knocked into the moonbeam, then they would take damage.
The North good.
Well, it might be if they're good. So you're moonbeaming. Moonbeaming.
I am moonbeaming. Moonbeam.
Where's my moonbeam? Okay, like so. Anything else on your turn, Raffin?
That's me.
Okay, it's her legendary turn.
No, it's not. She's had them there already.
What's that second legendary?
Which of these does the most damage? Lida, I want a wisdom save.
Oh, great. We love those.
Yeah, you advantage on that because of beacon of hope.
Do I do that? Do I just roll it twice?
Press the ADV button in the bottom.
ADV. Wisdom.
18. Sorry, pal.
That didn't sound like a good talk.
Okay.
Owie.
So she like slams her hands around the side of you know.
Thingy thing.
You do, yeah. You're also going to be stunned. Like she grips the sides of your head, and you feel your your vision changes, and your mind is exposed to the vastness of the starscape, and all the many things that dwell there, the histories of that place, all the things this woman has seen, and all the things she has done, and all the things that are yet to come to pass. And
I don't think I can possibly make the con save for this damage.
probably not.
So I think that just goes away then.
Okay.
Because there's not a limit on how big the save has to
Nah,
be.
it's just half the damage.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's for Legendary turn. It's the Ran. She's gonna move around here. Can she see? Yeah, she can see her. She's gonna target Linda. She's gonna target her. She points to the woman. She says, "The sun is setting," and the astral kind of flicks her gaze up and says, "Where's my voice changer?"
It is not yet my time.
Yes, it is.
And Loran is gonna use a psychic eruption on her. She's not psychically erupting anyone these days.
Loran.
Come on, Loran.
She tried that so many times
Right.
last week and didn't land a single one.
It's you.
Alright. I will get the Pure Storm, and I'm going to cast Chain Lightning.
Okay.
on Protect Sun. So they have to make a Dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw. Not hitting me. It's called this obscene stat block.
8, 9, 10.
21.
Cool, they make it. They'll take half the damage from this. So 20 damage. Yeah.
I think that triggers something.
No.
The charge is
Okay, it does trigger something. It's not going to really come into effect until our next turn. So,
Get some of it,
Burak pulls the sphere and releases this blast of lightning that slams through the air and impacts with her chest. It crackles around the back of her. It looks like it's like there's like tendrils that look as if they're reaching out towards Lida, but then get like snapped back as it dissipates around her. Anything else on your turn, Burak?
Can I ready a bonus action?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think readying an action is kind of like an action. I think it is an action. It's like ready.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna. You know what? I think I might just stay put.
Okay.
That's me.
It's the font. Two. Okay, Raffin. So yeah, this font that's been at the back of everyone's mind is now kind of coming to the fore now that she's been released. Raffin, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw, please.
With advantage?
When
yeah, with advantage. Yeah.
Does she start her turn yet in the thing?
No. Her turn starts 3 turns from now. After mirrors.
I got 21.
21. Okay. Okay, Raffin. You feel compelled to move to the font, but not do anything there. You feel this tug of unlife draw you in, and your curiosity is piqued. Zarson, it's you.
I'm gonna shoot her.
Go for it.
I'm unsure if I did it right, so let's see. Oh.
Oof.
Right. That's a crit.
Hey.
Does it automatically do crit?
Yeah, but only if you do it do the damage immediately after.
Yeah.
Doesn't store them.
Right. So that didn't add the. I didn't do the hunter's mark right, so I'll just add another d6.
Sure.
That didn't count as damage, but so it's another 2 damage to her.
Yep.
And then the second attack. Hits.
Yep.
Which is 13 plus. So add on another 4 to that.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Muir, it's you.
I wanna throw a fireball at her face.
Okay.
From the ball.
Okay.
So it's a deck save she has to make.
It's a deck save she's gonna make. Oop. 11.
Denied.
And she's all out of
Right,
resistances.
okay. One. Food. 29 damage.
Whey!
Okay.
Way!
That's the explosion.
Bomb in the face!
She so she's kind of still talking to Loran.
There is no sun here. There is no sun here.
And then there's like this detonation behind her, and she kind of starts to, her form starts to wobble, and then she unleashes another stellar explosion as she collapses into sidereal ether. So I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw. You need a 20 again.
Good luck, Emma.
I am stunned.
You are stunned. I
I've
think
got 13.
stun does something.
I guess I'm not.
What did my... Oh, I don't think mine went through.
I failed.
21.
Yes!
Oh, nat 1. That's not good. I think we all failed.
Ward
Nope.
took half damage.
Well, what?
I'm fine. Actually, if I might not be fine.
Oh no, Emma, you only fail strength and dex saves.
Okay, so I
You still
can
get to make a
do-
Constitution one.
So a con save.
Yeah.
I give you +6.
I'll be wiped out by the damage anyway. I've only got a couple of points.
You don't want to die.
Well, you're the only person I can give +6 to that's going to make any difference. So.
You don't give it to yourself now.
No, that's not plotting to see. I'm fine.
Okay.
Give it to Grafton, no?
Okay.
Give 13.
Yeah, but he's
I've got a 19.
Oh, okay.
How much are we taking?
This much.
Okay.
61.
61 if you got less than 20. 30 if you beat the 20.
Oh my god.
I
Wait,
am
hang on.
just down.
Oh, I'm just up.
Can you? I'm still up. Jake, can you add that damage onto mine? Please. You won't let me do it.
Yep.
Oh, wait, do I get my -4 because of the tree?
Yeah, if you're behind a tree, knock 4 off that.
Yes! I'm up!
How did I end up all the way
I love trees.
Oh, the man has to make a save as well.
Your win.
Okay, so Loran goes down. So who's still... There is this detonation of astral energies that washes through the room you're in, the Citadel, and there's kind of suggestion that it passes outside as well. And then those of you who are still conscious, you kind of come to your eye, you see in stars, and then you blink a few times, and you can see you are now alone in this room. There's sunlight drifting down through the hole in the ceiling, and the only evidence that there was anyone ever here is the one kind of mask that has fallen to the floor where the woman died. Who's still up?
I'm still up.
I am.
Okay, so most of you.
I think it's just me and Loran that are down.
Okay,
I'll do sure wins for both of them.
sure. Yeah, we don't have to. We don't have to worry about turns and stuff. So, Rick, you conduct your wounds as you may.
9 to Lida. 7
Can I
to...
go?
Ren. Sorry.
Can you what is he?
Can I go pinch the mask?
Sure, yeah. It kind of thrums with this energy.
Can I identify it?
Yeah, I'll write a. We're probably gonna stop pretty soon. I'm just gonna write that as a note. I'll give you the details on it next week because that was the one I didn't write up. Yeah, so you guys all kind of calm and detox from the situation. You can. There's silence. There's a few leaves drift down from the tree in the center. And the font in the corner continues to exist. The orb kind of swirls and moves, but you don't feel the same kind of pull as you did when you were fighting with the astrals. What do you guys do?
I'm thinking of taking a rest.
Nap under the big tree.
Can I inspect that orby thing? Kind of see if I can get any sort of feel of what it might be?
Sure. Yeah. Give us a. You can have Arcana or Religion.
I'll do Religion.
Sure.
No good. 14.
14. You're not really sure specifically what it is, but you definitely, as you approach it, you get this very strong sensation that it is the energies of like the polar opposite of the energies that you invoke when you heal someone. It's death incarnate, this orb.
Okay. Like necrotic or just like death?
No, it's like you've seen it's worse than necrotic. It's like if necrotic died, that's what it would be.
Right. Okay. Is it a physical sphere?
It's a physical sphere, yeah.
Do I think it can be destroyed?
Potentially, yeah.
Can I go to Rurik and discuss it with them and see if I know anything about it too?
Sure. So yeah, Rurik, you're
pull the brains together to see if we can deduce if we can.
Sure. So Rurik, you're taken in this sphere, and then Lida approaches, and you guys make eye contact. Rurik with your normal eyes, Lida with her solid, opaque, black, glowing eyes.
Before we start talking, can I give her a once over and just make sure she's still Lida and medically fine and everything?
Sure. Yeah, she seems fine. She still seems, you've journeyed with Lida for a while now. All the mannerisms are still there. She still seems to behave and think the same way. She just definitely, her eyes don't look like eyes anymore. They look like little miniature versions of the orb.
It's probably just a side effect from being exposed to very bad evil juju. Eyes are the window for magic, you see.
Okay. We'll try and sort that out later. What do you make?
I mean, I can see fine.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, what's this orb?
I don't know. Evil. Worse than necromancy.
Pretty much. Do an Arcana check?
Sure, go for it.
19.
19. So you're looking at it. You're you can tell pretty immediately that it's pure negative energy, but it's more than pure negative energy. It's actually this orb seems to your mind to be a tiny little rift, a tiny little spherical portal to the plane of negative energy.
Would I have any idea of how to close a rift like that?
Yeah, you probably. What did you get? A 19. You can think of a couple of ways you might be able to do it. There's magic that will dispel stuff like that. it's quite big magic, quite powerful magic. Sometimes it needs like multiple wizards or something would need to do something like that. It usually takes a few spellcasters to make like permanent like portal installations. It would also be reasonable to assume that if you threw enough positive energy at it, it would probably shut itself down. Like if you like dousing a fire and
restoration or something.
Probably more than that, like multiple.
A drum
maybe.
circle.
So there's you could probably close it by implying like polar opposite energy. There's probably other spells that work with like planar gates and stuff would probably do it. There's also those are the first two. Those are the only two that really come to mind immediately. You could probably come up with some more if you had access to like a library or whatever. Or you spend a bit more time like this just in the aftermath.
The druids are going to want to sort this. Are going to need some help from some other spellcasters then, because there's not enough druids.
Possibly, yeah.
To do a big thing. Okay.
Well,
I don't think there's anything we can do right now.
Loran kind of comes over to Raffen and she's kind of seems wounded. But she kind of gestures towards the tree in the center of the room and says, "The staff you seek."
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Staff!
We all forgot, didn't we?
I totally didn't want to mention it because you don't want to be like, I'm here for the staff. But,
I was like, well, I was going to get that staff.
Oh, the staff! I totally forgot about that. What did she say? It's in the tree.
She just points to the tree and says, "The staff you seek."
Can I go and examine the tree and use nature to see if the staff is in there? Or
Sure. Give us a nature check.
Rummage around in the tree for a bit.
I got 24.
24. So you kind of go and commune with the tree, and as you do so, the rest of you watch as this giant, this tree is 60 foot tall, good, it's pretty beefy wide as well, and as Raffen kind of communes with it, the tree begins to shrink down, and it eventually kind of twirls its way down to being just this kind of quarter staff. That's it's basically just simple gnarled wood. It kind of branches at the top to form a kind of tree canopy, kind of like a broccoli floret on a stick, kind of, but more together than that. And yeah, there's this kind of, as it shrinks down, you can see there's this kind of basin of earth that it's been planted in, and it just sort of is stuck there in the earth. A staff.
Big broccoli.
Cool. Can I pick it up?
Sure. So, I mean, I'm assuming you're gonna jive with it. So I'll tell you what it does.
Tune himself, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is Arbor, Staff of the First Tree. This staff can be wielded as a magic quarter staff that grants a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. While holding it, you have a +2 bonus to spell attack rolls. Additionally, you learn the Mold, Earth, and Primal Blast cantrips. Arbor has 10 charges for the following properties. It regains 1d6 +4 expended charges daily at dawn. Spells. You can use an action to expend one or more of Arbor's charges to cast one of the following spells from it, using your spell save DC. Animal Friendship for 2 charges, Awaken for 5 charges, Bark Skin for 2 charges, Locate Animals or Plants for 2 charges, Regenerate for 8 charges, Speak with Animals for 1 charge, Speak with Plants for 3 charges, or Wall of Thorns for 6 charges. You can also use an action to cast the Pass Without Trace spell from the staff without using any charges, as long as you're in a woodland environment. You can use an action to plant one end of the staff in fertile earth and expend 1 charge to transform the staff into a healthy tree. The tree is 60 feet tall and has a 5-foot diameter trunk, and its branches at the top spread out in a 20-foot radius. The tree appears ordinary, but radiates a faint aura of transmutation magic if targeted by detect magic. While touching the tree and using another action to speak its command word, you return the staff to its normal form. Any creature in the tree falls when it reverts to a staff. And then it has a feature called From Death Life. You can use an action to break arbor over your knee or against a solid surface, unleashing all magical energy within the staff. All creatures native to the mortal world within 50 feet must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC, suffering radiant damage equal to 100 times the number of charges in the staff on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. You die instantly, your life force becoming one with Arbor's primal energies as they spread throughout the land, enriching all plant life on the continent you're on for the next century, and causing a forest to immediately begin growing at the sight of Arbor's breaking. Arbor is destroyed. You can tell from like attuning to it that it's not like this. There's a lot more in here. That it's a legacy weapon. It's a legacy artifact weapon. You can tell that there is more here, but like exposure to something for some length of time has kind of weakened it. It's like this is kind of like a weakened form of the staff. So there's probably more to discover in here. But those are the kind of immediate properties you determine from it.
So how would I discover more stuff? Just like using
unknown at this point in time.
Okay.
And the cantrip that it gives you, Primal Blast, it's not a cantrip is normally on your spell list. You summon a mote of the primal energies that gave life to the world at its creation and turn it towards an enemy within 60 feet. Make a ranged spell attack on a hit. The target takes 3d10 radiant damage.
Sweet. That's cool.
So that's the staff. And that seems like that will probably be a good place to stop for this evening.
Before we stop, can I try and attempt to take a photo with the sending stone and send it to the rest of the party that's not here, of just us looking fucking wrecked?
Sure, yeah.
Rapid has the cool staff and just like a thumbs up in the side of it.
Sure. Yeah, Naren and Zorgar and Malbrin, you received this image. You can see where's that? You can see you can see this blue person with no eyes. You can see Raffin holding this staff. You can see Ward and Mir and Murak and Sargon and Zarzan all looking pretty battered, and you can see like a kind of a dirty kind of scabbed thumb in the side of the frame.
I'll say, into the moon, BRB.
So before we stop, what is your guys' plan for next session, so that I can get it ready?
Do we want to go down in this tower, or do we want?
We'll have to talk to the druids first as well, I think.
Yeah, it might give us more.
Oh yeah, going down the tower. There could be some cool loot.
Could be.
Leaving the moon.
Leaving the moon would be good idea.
Should we just leave the tower, or should we clear out the tower? I think that's.
Take the moon?
Yeah, I'd be inclined to clear out.
Get the moon. You know? I'm saying take the opportunity whilst we have it. Loot the tower.
Yeah.
But also, like,
So,
we don't have an escape plan. So we need to formulate one.
I mean,
Okay.
we kind of do. Got the plane shift stuff, because we're technically on a different plane now.
Cool. Well, we'll just do that after we do the tower. There's nothing else rushing us, right?
Yeah.
Apart from the Civil War. But that's by the by.
Yeah, you guys are on that. You can send us a sending message if there's an emergency.
There's an emergency. There's a war going on.
That's not an emergency.
I feel like a war is pretty urgent.
Okay, well, I'm going to turn the stream off
Oh, we
there.
left during the war.
So if you watch the stream, cheers for watching. We'll be back next Tuesday, same time. And we will see you. See you then.